Hey. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being patient, okay? Y'all know Mondays be kind of rough, okay, for me. So thank y'all. I was trying to wrap some stuff up, but I'm here. Good morning. Let's go ahead and speak to everybody before we get into the show. I see my mods in the building. Y'all in here deep. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. All right, so Mary Giles, good morning. Miss Pruitt, good morning. Sheila Washington, good morning. Rose Armstead, good morning. Good morning. SD Warren is in the building. Good morning. Good morning, Erica Butler. Good morning, Big Steak. Good morning, Nicole Davis. Carla Burrell. Good morning. My Mar KBR. I'm sorry. Sweet Essence is here. Good morning, Sweet Essence. Good morning. Good morning. Who else we got? Keep scrolling, child. Deborah Johnson is here. Good morning. Theresa Johnson is here. Good morning. Good morning, Delicia Dismute, Tammy Fox. Good morning. Good morning. And we're scrolling. Samara Gerard is here. Reba 0616 is here. Good morning. Good morning, Carla Van Zant. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's keep scrolling. Grandma 504, I see you. Felicia is here. Shanice Darden Emery is here. Good morning, Alice Smith, Tanasha Harris. Good morning, Janet Driscoll. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Again, Mrs. Washington, I see you. Delilah T, good morning. Cheryl Williams, good morning. Cassandra D, good morning. Baby Doll 7 is here. Good morning. Ronnie is in the building. Thanks for being here, guys. All right, let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. I see you, Kelly S. I see you, Kelly S. in the building. All right, let's get it. Alicia Murray, I see you. Let's get started. First topic of the day. Y'all know we like to get politics out of the way first, and then we jump into the mess. All right, so thank y'all for being here. Hopefully everybody hit the like button. Hopefully everyone tap that like button on your way in. If not, it's not too late. You can do that now. Just go out, come back in after you hit that like. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the Supreme Court grants Trump's DOGE team unrestricted access to Social Security data, sparking major privacy concerns. All right, ooh, child, that sounds serious. Let's get into it. Now, the Supreme Court, as we just said, has cleared the way for Department of Government Efficiency, which they call DOGE, to access Social Security systems holding sensitive data on millions of Americans. Says that we conclude that SSA may proceed to afford members of the SSA DOGE team access to the agency records. The court wrote on an unsigned order. Oh, man. Now, the decision backed by the conservative majority also paused orders demanding transparency from DOGE. Now, it said that Justice Brown Jackson dissented, warning that it creates grave privacy risk and grants unfettered data access to DOGE. All right. Now, the Trump administration says that DOGE needs the information to cut waste, while critics argue that a privacy overreach. Or that it's a privacy overreach. I'm sorry. Now, DOGE, once led by Elon Musk, has drawn controversy over aggression, cost-cutting measures. Okay, it said that a separate order also sided with Trump by halting a ruling that would have forced DOGE to release internal records, a win in the ongoing legal fight over how transparent the team must be with the public. They're never going to be 100% transparent. I mean, I keep going back to COVID. When did we find out about COVID? Way after it was already out. Okay, they tell you what you need to know. We're on a need to know basis. The American people are on a need to know basis. They're never going to give you guys a heads up on things that are going on behind the curtain. Just like Trump lied about whenever that what was the one of the guys that was, what was he? I want to say he was a Democratic who spoke up about a conversation or text message conversations that got leaked. Y'all remember that? And Trump sat up there and lied about it only to find out that it was true. He didn't want everybody to know about it. That's why he was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. That was him. When they asked him, what about these text messages, Trump? I don't know what you're talking about. What text messages? I have no clue. I have no knowledge of that. Whole time he was sitting up there like this. So they know more than they're telling us. Do I feel a little nervous about my information being breached? Yeah, as anybody should. And then when you have people who are on the wrong side of the fence that has access to your information, that could be a very dangerous situation. And now that Trump and Elon Musk are fighting, that could be a bad thing that he's been privy to that much information. Like, what's to say that he don't use that as a way to get back at Trump, but then hurt millions of other people in the crossfire? That could be a dangerous situation. But we're going to keep our eyes on this, child, because I don't know what to say. What can we do about it? Not a damn thing. All right, so while we're speaking about Trump and Elon Musk, okay, let's get into the update on that, because we got to keep our eyes on these two right here, honey. This is a hot damn mess. Oh, Lord. All right, so it's coming up. It says that Donald Trump threatens serious consequences for Elon Musk if he supports Democratic candidates. It says that their relationship is over. Oh, really? Let's get into it, child. Now, this says that the saga continues. Now, in a brief interview with NBC News, Trump, child, touched on his public fallout with his former bestie, Elon Musk. It's kind of dangerous, these two fighting. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, Trump wasted no time drawing a very clear line in the sand. Now, he says that Musk would face serious consequences if he chooses to fund Democratic candidates after Republicans supported Trump. Trump's highly criticized spending bill that proposed cutting funding for things like SNAP benefits. All right. Now, it says that when asked for specifics on the consequences, Trump refused to give details. He did clarify that he has no plans of speaking to Elon anytime soon, though he said that he assumes rather, that their relationship is finished. Well, if your relationship is finished, you can't tell him what to do, especially with his money, because he's still sitting on a nice little stack. Now, ironically, Trump says that he feels that the Republicans Party is tighter than ever because many members, including himself, feel that Musk was disrespectful to the office of the president. He says that I think it's a very bad thing because he's very disrespectful. And so are you, Trump. How is it people can see other people and not them? Says that you could not disrespect the office of the president. And this nigga think he got some serious power. That's why he wanted to be in office, for that power. He wanted that power, people to look up to him and to say, oh, you can't do this to me. I'm the president. Says that now Elon recently deleted his tweets accusing Trump of being in the Epstein files, but it looks like the damage is already done. So he's starting to release things that he knows about Trump, things that he kept secret because they were cool. And now he's starting to blast Trump and put things out there. So now Trump is doing this threat towards him that if he doesn't stop and if he steps up to support the Democrats in terms of any type of funding, then there will be dire consequences. So we're going to see how that pan out, okay? But again, you can't tell him what to do with his money. You can't tell him what to do with his money. But yeah, because he is on demon time, and I love it. For once, I love it. Keep fighting, Elon. I don't even like your ass, but keep fighting, okay? And keep releasing them text messages and receipts on Trump's ass, too. Okay, let's continue. Let's get into some mess, child. Hold up. Okay, I got one more piece of politics, and we're going to talk about it. Maxine Waters. Let's get into her. Maxine Waters. We ain't heard from her in a little bit. Y'all know Maxine, child. Maxine, she be talking her stuff, too, and I like that. I like that. All right. Now, authorities slammed the door on Congresswoman Maxine Waters after trying to check on an ICE detainee at federal prison, y'all. Let's get into it, because we got a video. Let's go. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
No, I want you to... Hello. Congresswoman Waters. I just came to use my congressional authority to check on David.
Ma'am, we're logging securely now to all visitors.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public appeal.
I need to get in.
What are you hoping to do, Congresswoman?
I just want to see David work. Right.
Would a congressperson normally be able to enter the...
Normally, yes.
What is happening here?
Well, there were some of the authorities, I don't know who they were, and I'm trying to get in to see David Werthel, who they have arrested. He is the head of SEIU local union here. I don't know why he was targeted. I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know whether they're going to deport him. I want to report back to my caucus about what's happening, but they have...
You want to say?
No, I want you to. Hello, hello, hello. Congresswoman Waters, I just came to use my congressional authority to check on David.
Ma'am, we're logging securely now to all visitors.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public appeal.
I need to get in.
Wow.
What are you hoping to do, Congresswoman?
I just want to see David Werther. Right.
Wow.
Would a congressperson normally be able to enter the...
Normally, yes.
What is happening
Yes.
here?
Well, there were some of the authorities, I don't know who they were, and I'm trying to get in to see David Werther, who they have arrested. He is the head of SEIU local union here. I don't know why he was targeted. I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know whether they're going to deport him. I want to report back to my caucus about what's happening, but they have.
You want to say?
No,
I didn't hurt her or spray her or, take on some type of aggressive form of force. Y'all know how they get sometimes with us, child. So prayers for her, honey. Prayers for Miss Waters, honey. They say, what is she, 86 years old? She's still out here getting it, honey. Still out here getting it, fighting for the people, honey. Boots on the damn ground, because that's what she's doing out here. But that can be a very dangerous thing. So prayers to her that she continues to stay safe while she's fighting for the people out here, girl. All right, so Congresswoman Maxine Waters is going through it. It said that while trying to check on Service Employee International Union, President David Herter, it said that she was swiftly dismissed by officers as a federal building or at a federal building, said that he's being detained at. Now, Herter was arrested by ICE, and Mrs. Waters wanted to check on him to report back to her caucus. It says that they're aware of why he was targeted, but they said that they need to let Auntie up in there. All right. They said, no, honey, you can't get in here, and slam the door on her. I said, damn, I'd rather them slam the door on her than to take out some type of aggressive force on her. So, damn, prayers to you, Maxine Waters, and I'm sorry that happened to you, honey. I know she was mad about that. But what y'all think? Y'all you can put it in the chat what y'all think about that, child. Let's move on. Who, child? Oh no, I hope y'all feeling good on this Monday. Y'all know I hate Mondays. I hate Mondays. We're going to press on though, okay? Again, shout out to Neighborhood Talk. All right, so a longtime high school basketball coach in Atlanta has been fired after a video allegedly showing him spanking the players with a shoe during a team trip to the Bahamas, now reportedly as a punishment for inviting a girl into his room. So he went from coach to daddy mode. I ain't mad at it. All right, so damn. According to WSB TV, Dr. Phyllis McCrary, child, they said, shall I say, wasn't just an ordinary coach. They said that he is the coach to the point that the gym was named after him with hundreds of wins under his belt. Now, they said that a parent of a former player who's no longer at the school brought the issue to the school personnel with video footage, which may have ultimately led to his termination. Y'all know he old school, child. They said that when I saw the video, I was heartbroken. Said that I was heartbroken because we trusted this man. They said that the parents said that the video is from November when the team was down in the Bahamas for a tournament. Now, McCrary told one of the players to pull his pants down and then whacked him several times with the backside of his shoe. Child, he went old school on him. They said that then he says that why is this happening? And said that the player responds, because I invited a girl up to the room, according to the what the mother responded by saying. It says that another player was also hit with the shoe on his behind as well. It said that the mother said that her son felt the courage to come forward after leaving the school and admits that the situation took a toll on his mental health because he was in that room and witnessed that what had happened. Oh, child. So this child witnessed that child get spanked with that shoe on his behind. It said that a spokesperson for the school district said that they couldn't comment on the personnel matter, but did let it be known that McCrary is no longer an employee of the district as of Monday. What y'all think about that? Okay, this reminds me of an old video that I saw of an older teacher who pulled his belt off and proceeded to spank some teenage boys in their class who got up and was being disrespectful, and they got fired as well. I mean, it's the law. You can't put your hands on somebody else's child. You cannot discipline someone's child. Your job is to teach them, not discipline them. But for those of you that don't know, Trump did go ahead and sign the executive order for paddlings or spankings to be put back, corporal punishment to be put back in the schools. Did y'all know that? Not my child. Touch mine to find out. I ain't signing shit and I ain't giving no permission. Don't hit mine with no shoe, hand, ruler, none of that. Because I'll be down there first on the first name smoking. And I'm gonna turn that bitch out. No, because everybody don't discipline your child with love. Okay, it takes love. Love, and then a lesson should come behind it. Everybody's not going to do that. I won't just any and everybody put their hands on my child, period. So I would never go up for that. Although this man probably was one of the favorite coaches at the school, he kind of crossed the line when he did that. So you don't pull somebody's child's clothes down and then start paddling them or spanking them, especially with a shoe. That could be seen as child abuse. If you guys don't know, if you're spanking your kids nowadays, they tell you have to use your hand. You have to use your hand on their backside, okay? If you're hitting them in the face, punching them, all of that could be seen as child abuse, and they can lock your ass up. Ask Creflo Dollar. He did it. Creflo Dollar spanked his daughter when she wanted to go out to a party, and he told her she couldn't go, and she got smart mouth with him, who was thinking she was going to go anyway, and he whooped her ass with a shoe. And she called 911. And they came and got his ass arrested. And go look it up. It's out there. Pastor Creflo Dollar went to jail for child abuse and assault on his daughter for spanking her after she got smart with him. And he told her that she could not go to a party. And she got smart and he took his shoe off. It looked like a flip-flop type shoe. And he spanked her and hit her with that damn shoe. And she called 911 on him. And they came and arrested his ass. So yeah, this is a catch-22. I get what he was trying to do in terms of saying, hey, you're supposed to have no girl up in here. So he kind of went in daddy mode. You can't do that because everybody don't give you permission to put, your hands on their child. Your job is to coach, not to parent. But I get it. I totally get it because I'm a mom. I would not want nobody doing it. If my son came home and told me, hey, mom, coach, pulled my pants down and spanked me with his shoe. Oh, my God. Bail money. I'll gladly spend it too. Yes, I will. And my husband gonna go batshit crazy. But let's get on, child, with the next topic. Lord. These folk out here, child. But these kids ain't gonna hold you. Some of these kids need the ass toe up. They do. Some of these kids need a good spanking because these kids are disrespectful. But it has to be in the home. Everybody can't just be out here disciplining kids like it used to be when I was growing up. Okay, back in the day, anybody could say something to your child and they better do it. And if they didn't, they tell your parents, and then you get your ass told when you got home. Okay, yeah, anybody could tell me what to do growing up. Hey, don't do that. Don't go over there. But now, when you tell somebody's kids something, the kid, if they don't cuss you out, the mama sure will. Hey, don't tell my son nothing. And that's what's wrong with these damn kids now. Okay, they don't have no damn discipline. They have no respect for especially elderly or grown-ups, period. And that's a shame. But teach your kids right so nobody else don't have to jump in and try to parent your child when that's your job. That's just a simple way to. All right, moving on, child. All right, so breaking news. This lady named Leticia James is facing 30 years in federal prison and a $1 million fine. Now, she lied on a loan application to get a better interest rate. If anybody's doing that, you better not. It said that she listed her father as her husband on one of the applications, y'all. This is crazy. Now, it said that Leticia James is under criminal investigation for a loan fraud and may face up to 30 years in prison. Now, allegedly, she lied on a loan document to secure a better rate, even listed her own father as her husband. Now, the DOJ is launching a full investigation. Let's get into this video, all right? Because child. All right. Ooh, if anybody lying on applications, that is a contract. You got to watch that. Don't be putting shit on there that should not be. They double back on you. I keep telling you, them PPP loans, they still get to people. So if you falsifying information on documents, you better stop it because they will spin the block on your ass. And you be sitting there like this here. All right.
James over alleged mortgage fraud. James denies the allegations and says She's being targeted by the Trump administration. For more on this, let's bring in Fox News Sunday anchor and chief legal correspondent Shannon Drew. So what's this case about, and does the Justice Department have a case?
So there are allegations that she did not give proper information on loan documents, possible mortgage documents about primary residence, things that would have given her a better loan system to work with, more favorable terms. She and her attorney are completely denying it. They say this is complete revenge. And listen, presumed innocent. That's the great thing about our system. And an investigation is one thing. Do you get to charges? Do you get to a trial? I don't know. But Democrats have been telling us for years, as they did when she brought charges against President Trump, no one's above the law. You got to work through the process in the system, and we'll see how far it goes with her.
So essentially, she's being charged with something very similar to what she charged Donald Trump for, or Leticia James over alleged mortgage fraud.
Y'all hear that? Now, she charged Trump for something. Now, we already know Trump did every kind of fraud you can think of. But now she's in her own case here, and has her own investigation against her for doing some stuff that she's saying she didn't do, but they're doing an investigation on it. That's what they're alleging that she did. You can't put your daddy on there and say that's your husband, okay? And think that they ain't gonna find out. Y'all got to be careful putting stuff on documents out here. You have a lot of people right now sitting in prison for PPP loan fraud, for putting information on there about businesses that they really didn't own, or fake businesses, or just fake information, period. You have to, because at the bottom of that contract, and that's every contract, all right, at the bottom of that contract, you have to sign your name saying that everything that you put in this particular document is true to your knowledge, okay? So, I don't know what to tell you after that. If you just out here just signing off on stuff, or if you're not reading stuff and just signing, like the congresswoman over there that we talked about the other day, Marjorie Greene. Oh, I didn't know about that. That's what she said. I didn't know about that. Well, too late. But for those of you that's filling out documents and thinking that you're trying to get ahead, most of the time, and like they say, if it sounds too good to be true, most of the time it is. But if you're putting things on documents to try to get better rates, or to get money from the government, especially, I keep telling y'all, the government do all types of investigations, and they will catch your ass. Okay, they will catch you. You might not, just because they ain't found you today, it might be 5 years and they come knocking on your door. You don't forgot about it, but they didn't. You forgot about it, but they didn't. How long ago was COVID, and they still picking people up to this day? So when you get to messing with documents related to the government, especially, that's a scary situation, baby. Because that Fed time hit different, and you ain't going into jail for 30 days and getting out. You're getting years on that thing. So y'all better be careful. I know a lot of people get a little desperate and you think you can get a quick buck and get away with it. No, you cannot. It's called audits and everything else that the government do. And they do they comb through that stuff. I know I do audits on my job. Okay, I know. They find shit that you didn't think was there. That's their job, to get down there. Be like, what is this? Okay. Yeah. All right. So y'all out here on the fraud shit, y'all better stop it and put everything on that document that should be there, and what should not be there, don't put it on there. And I don't see nobody serving no hard time. Now let's get into some other topics. Okay. Now I like this person we get ready to talk about. I like this person. She's moved on. All right. She is FNF. Okay, y'all know what that means? Nigga free out here. All right, so she left Amon Shumpert's ass, and baby, I'm glad. She found her a real one. He fine too. Yeah. It's something about his eyes. I don't know. Aaron Pierre, is something about his eyes for me. Like, oh my God. He just celebrated a birthday. Tiana threw him a nice little birthday, a little shindig, and they all in love. Child, they kissy, huggy. And he was so surprised. You could tell that she actually does have some real feelings for him, and he really cares about her. So it's great that she's able to move on. She got divorced not too long ago from Amon, and they're trying to co-parent, but Amon keep trying to throw her ass in jail, child. Every little thing. He filing every little motion, and I feel like he might think that, hey, she done moved on, and he feeling a little way, I think, probably. Because he effed it up, ran out there and cheated when she pretty much gave you hall passes in the marriage to kind of see other people as long as you let her know. But when you were going out doing what you wanted to do and not saying nothing, that's when she was like, okay, yeah, I can't do this no more. And aside of him being jealous of her and other things as well. But he had a birthday. Let's get into this. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. All right. Yes, honey. Look at them. Yes. There's no sound, guys. For those of you just wondering. There's no sound. Okay. So people are applauding him. He's coming in. He's surprised because she threw him a huge shindig and had all of his friends and everybody there. Okay. I saw another picture where they were just, she was sitting like facing him, he was facing her, and they were just like staring at each other. I was just like, oh my God. I want to be a fly on the wall in her mind and just think about, just see what she's thinking or see what he's thinking. You could just tell they have true love and admiration for each other. So I'm glad she's able to move on and find somebody else that really love her and care about her. So shout out to them, and I guess happy birthday to him, child. I love mushy stuff like that. Moving on, child. Child, she found her a new love. All right, we ain't done talking about Tiana because here they are, child. And she's gonna she sent with Sherry Shepherd. This is so funny. I want y'all to see this. So she and Sherry Shepherd are having a conversation about, of course, the movie Straw, because Tiana Taylor had something to do with the movie as well. But Sherry is gonna mention something about Aaron, and Tiana's gonna get real blushy. So watch this, y'all. Let's go ahead and share. I love it, child. Has anybody, y'all watched it yet? I'm gonna try to watch it. Maybe I might today if I have time. Golly. I might have to go on and break down and watch Straw. I'm going to watch it. It's just a matter of having time to. Last night I stayed up. I made myself stay up and watch BMF with my husband. I was tired as hell, but I got through it, and it was really, really good. So for those of you that did not know, BMF is back. Go ahead and set your DVRs. Go ahead and set your DVRs, baby. It was really, really good. So yes, it came on Friday, but of course I didn't watch it until Sunday because I'm busy. Hell, can't just sit and watch TV all day. But let's get into it.
The one that I would have wanted to, he taken already. So he's off the.
And Sherry, make sure you give yourself grace when Tyler calls you for that love scene that you've been asking.
Oh
for.
my gosh! I asked Tyler to write me a love scene.
Well, you've been good at manifesting, baby, because you listen.
Baby,
You must just go in here who you want to do it with. You say, hey, Tyler, I need you to go in and put me in that.
Well, the one that I would have wanted to, he taken already. So he's off the. Mufasa, he off the. I can't use him for the fantasy no more because my friend is off. So it's done. I got to find somebody else. I got to go back to Lenny Kravitz. But that Aaron Pierre for a moment there, baby. Now it's a sin. It's a sin now. I can't even think it.
God.
Just got to live vicariously through.
Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa.
Hey, listen.
Thank y'all so much. Let me hurry up and say goodbye before they kick me out.
Bye, baby.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. Take care.
Y'all see that?
The one that I would have wanted to.
So she said, hey, Sherry said she wanted to do a love scene, honey, but she wanted to do one with Aaron Pierre, but he's taken or whatever. And so she wanted to do a love scene with Lenny Kravitz. Now, I don't know if y'all seen Lenny Kravitz now. Lenny Kravitz is still fine out here. All right, don't get it twisted. Hey, still got a six-pack and still be in the summertime wearing them tight-ass leather pants, child. Yes, he do, Lenny Kravitz. I love it. Lenny is fine now. Don't y'all get twisted. Lenny Kravitz is fine. Okay, he fine. The nigga still out here doing crunches and sit-ups and working out and keeping his body right and eating healthy. Ain't he fine, Felicia? Girl. Okay, so yeah, Sherry, if you get to do a love scene with Lenny Kravitz, that will be giving, honey. I'll watch it, shit. Okay, I'll watch it. But Tiana was like, yeah, girl, you ain't about to be doing no love scenes. Not with Aaron, you won't. You better back that thing up. But let's move on. What y'all think about that? So y'all go on and watch Straw. I'm gonna watch it too. Okay, I gotta watch it now. Everybody been sending it. Carrie, have you watched it? No, I have not watched it yet, but I am going to watch it. All right, it is on Netflix for those of you that did not know. Let's get into this while we're talking about Straw. Okay, while we're talking about Straw, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into Taraji. Ooh, child, I'm clicking. All right, so Taraji P. Henson, honey, the leading actress in Straw, inspires Black women to embrace the strength of sisterhood and gives them permission to love themselves when confronting life's challenges, especially when they feel that they've reached their breaking point. Everybody have a breaking point, honey. Everybody do. But you got to know how to get through that breaking point. All right, let's get into this.
Hey, Queen. Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly. Look at you. Constantly speaking up and paving the way so that we can all be paid what we're worth in this world. Black women know what it feels like to carry it all, the pressure, the pain, the silent expectation to be everything to everybody. People may try to bring you down, and believe me, they're going to try you every time. So keep your head up. You're the only person responsible for your happiness. It starts with you and nobody else. But most importantly, be kind to yourself, Queen. The world has fought hard enough to break you. Don't give them the satisfaction. You are not alone. Lean on your sisters, girl. That's what sisterhood is all about. When one queen falls, your sisters will be right there to help lift you up. Keep shining and just know that you're 100% that queen. Hey, queen, girl, you have...
Come on. What else you got to say after that? Okay. What else you got to say about that? Now, they said the Taraji P. Henson, honey, she is out here. Y'all know she is the leading actress in Straw that I haven't seen yet. But it says, hey, Queen said that you may be on your last straw, but Taraji P. Henson is here to remind you about the power of sisterhood. It says to tag a sister who needs to hear this. All right. She spoke some great words. Sisterhood is very much so important. All right. We are our sisters and our brothers keepers out here. All right. And sometimes you got to lean on each other to get through whatever it is that you're dealing with, in addition to having a great prayer partner. All right. So shout out to Taraji. I like her in this blonde hair, this platinum blonde. That's nice, girl. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Let's move on now. All right. Jennifer Williams, child, is still out here fighting for her man, child. My man. Child, let's get into it. Child, she wants us to like this man so bad. Listen, Jennifer, we over it, sis. Okay. All right. So Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams defends her marriage to Christian Gold. She says, leave me the alone. I'm happy. All right. She said she's happy. Y'all leave her alone. So let's get into it.
When it comes to my marriage, it's something that I am going to defend at all costs, because leave him out of it. I'm on the show, and if you have an issue with me, that's fine. But I don't understand why women always have to bring up someone's husband, and especially when you ain't got one for me to talk about.
Obviously, there's been a lot in the media about you and Evelyn Lozada. Do you feel like she has any genuine concern at all?
I say it's not genuine because at one point, yes, we were friends, but because of everything that has happened, we are cordial because of the show, but we don't rock like that. When it comes to my marriage.
For those that don't think that it's real, it's real. It's not. This is not TV basketball. Like, this is a real thing.
I think for me, I just want the world to know, listen, leave me the fuck alone. I'm happy.
For those that don't think that it's real, it's real.
There you go. Okay. That's what she had to say about people who continue to be naysayers in her relationship. We may not agree with it. We may not like it, but hey, she said, hey, leave me the fuck alone. I'm happy. It is what it is. So we can tell she's happy. I showed y'all the video, last night, child, when she was dancing around all off beat with her little tennis shoes on and a little stomach poked out. She got a little happy weight on her. She's happy. All right, she done found her a fraud ass nigga that can suck her toes. Leave her alone. Shit, who are me to judge? Like, I don't know why I like saying that. Andrew Caldwell said, who are me to judge? Let this child be happy. Baby, when he clear out your bank account, still be happy. Okay, who am I? I ain't saying shit to you. All right, child, who are me to judge? That's what Andrew Caldwell said, honey. That's what he said. So she says that when it comes to marriage, she said it's something that I'm going to defend at all costs because leave him out of here. Because leave him out of here. That don't sound like. Says that I'm on the show. She says, and if you have an issue with me, that's fine. But she said, but I don't understand why women always have to bring up someone's husband, especially when you ain't got one to talk about. I know that shit right. Clear. All right. Says that the drama stems from Evelyn bringing up that Christian is a felon, which led Jennifer to confront her on the show. I got to give it to you. I'm proud of Jennifer this time for kind of standing up for herself, because if you guys have seen in past seasons where Jennifer and Evelyn had their little back and forths, Jennifer used to be kind of scared to speak up to Evelyn because y'all know Evelyn got that pop-off spirit in her, honey. She jumping over tables and hitting people with bottles of alcohol and shit. Like, she doing the absolute most. Okay, she just have that thing when that vein come out in that forehead. Baby, Jennifer didn't want that smoke, but Jennifer, I don't know what got into her. Okay, to where she's just like, I don't give a damn. If you jump over the table, it is what it is. Bring it. Jennifer is like that with it. I'm just like, who is this person? Because girl used to be the quiet one, just sit there. And I'm talking about Evelyn be flaming your ass. I'm talking about all types of heat just coming your way from Evelyn. And baby Jennifer would just be sitting there just like, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying. But now this new Jennifer is like, bitch, leave me the fuck alone. Okay, I'm happy, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Where your husband at? I was like, oh, I love her. All right. But it says that when asked if Evelyn's concern for her is genuine, said that Jennifer didn't hold back. She said it is not genuine because at one point, yes, we were friends, but because of everything, that's what happened. She said we are cordial because of the show, but we don't rock like that. I don't hang out with that hoe. I sure damn don't. We don't go get no drinks. She don't come to my damn house. The fuck she don't. Okay. So she ended her message loud and clear, like I said, and like she said, honey, leave her the F alone. She's happy. So y'all know every other day, there's something going on with Jennifer and Christian. They keep bringing up he just got hit with another lawsuit, mind you, for those of you that don't know, where I see you, Miles. Think y'all will get ready to do a jam session right after this. But he was hit with another lawsuit for some type of Ponzi scheme for some of the people that he was supposed to be doing business with. They're saying that he took a substantial amount of money from them. So they have now sued Christian Gold, which is Jennifer Williams' husband. So he's now been hit with another lawsuit on top of all the ones he's already sitting on. So Jennifer is child. She gonna stick by him. She don't give a damn. She's like, sue him, send him to jail, bitch. I don't care. I'm gonna stay right here. That nigga putting a whammy on that thing. I don't care what nobody say, baby. Baby, he putting the whammy on that thing. He done knocked the dust off that shit. I'm sorry. Pardon my mouth this morning. Older people that watching me. He done knocked the dust off that thing over there. Baby, he done had your head behind that headboard. Baby, he done put some scoliosis all up and through your damn back. Because, baby, when I tell you that support for this man here, and he's sorry as hell, but when I tell you Jennifer gonna stay by her man, baby, he done cracked your back too good because you ain't going no place. Do you hear me? I ain't mad at shit. Okay. I done been with a fuck nigga a time or two that cracked my back just good. I was like, fuck. Okay. You better don't do it. Y'all know sometimes when he tapping that thing just right, can't nobody tell you shit. And that's what Jennifer is. I done been there. Been there. I knew that nigga won't shit. You like, don't talk about my man. You got some women out there that's like that will go up. All right, let's get into this jam session out here because some of y'all sitting on my likes and we don't like that. All right, we don't like that. I'm about to put my damn boxing gloves on here in a minute now. All right, so let's get into it. Woo, child. Hey. This is Pierre on 1 and 2. Let's get it. Now let's go. Let's go. Tap the light. Let's go. The light, excuse me, y'all. Hey, I'm still here though. The light, hit the light. Hey. Tap the light, right? Let's go. Hit the light. Let's go. Hit the light. Let's go. we at, Mods? Where we at? Where we at? Hey, let's go. Can we get an update? Yeah, Mars. We're at 185. All right. Y'all just about to get crunk. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Thank y'all for the likes. All right. Thank y'all for the likes. I think y'all be doing this on purpose. I told y'all. Y'all be doing this on purpose. All right, let's get into some Judge Mathis news, child, because he had a lot to say. Somebody said, uh-oh, they shaking their hiney. Come on, hiney. I love it. All right, get your workout in. Ain't mad. Let's get into some Judge Mathis news, because he had some stuff to say about Diddy, honey. Okay. What did it say? They don't stop dancing. Yeah, honey, dance on over there and hit that like. All right. Thank y'all. Let's get into some Judge Mathis news. All right, so Judge Mathis says that he would sentence Diddy 5 to 10 years in prison after or if his SEX trafficking case was a state trial and ended today. Ooh. So Judge is coming up in here, child. He done got his wife back, so he's speaking up, child. He is speaking up. He was like, hey, Linda done came home, and I'm ready to sentence Diddy. All right, let's get into what he had to say, child.
Well, let me say what I think has been proven. The things I've heard, the testimony, the video I observed, I'm convinced that he was involved in at least 2 cases of assault and battery against women. I'm convinced that, yes, he facilitated or was an accessory and perhaps an accomplice to the explosion in the car. And to that extent, I'd have to give him a few years. And on the multiple assault and batteries against women, I'd have to give him a few more on that. If you want to sum it up, if it were a state crime, the Judge Mathis has observed the evidence and the testimony and the transcripts, what would I give him? 5 to 10?
Which is not letting him off on anything.
Not at all.
That's a tough sentence, in my opinion.
I agree.
Not for all the shit he did.
I've seen a lot of reports on.
You got to think about Diddy been doing this mess since the 90s. So 5 to 10 ain't no time for him, baby. And don't forget he gonna get time served because he been sitting up in that mud for some months now. So by the time you take them months off the little 5 or 10 you give him now, Diddy need to be in there for like 30 years. You see R. Kelly? Why did he get all this time off? He need more time, Judge. Maybe you need to go on back home, honey, and let Linda talk to you a little bit more. Maybe Linda need to leave your ass again so that you can get a little bit more couth about you. Okay, turn your license in. If you think Diddy only deserved to get 5 to 10, no, baby. If R. Kelly get 30 and Diddy did worse, really? 5 to 10, nigga, this ain't, he ain't out here selling weed. The nigga is out here trafficking, prostituting, drugiana in women, okay? Out here giving people horse tranquilizers. The hell? 5 to 10? Nigga, nah. Okay. So it said the Judge Greg Mathis is weighing in on Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing federal SEX trafficking trial. Now, I said that the celebrity judge says that if the trial ended today and if it were a state case instead of federal, that he'd hand Diddy 5 to 10 years behind bars. Now, Judge Mathis says that he feels the evidence proves that Diddy's involvement in the 2012 car explosion targeting rapper Kid Cudi and claims that there's enough to convict him of assault and battery against multiple women. It says, but when it comes to the actual federal RICO case Diddy's facing, Mathis thinks that it's a different story. Now, he believes that the evidence so far only proves that Diddy engaged in interstate transportation of prostitutes, a charge that could land him a year or less in prison. Now, it says that for the context that Diddy is up against 3 major federal charges: racketeering, conspiracy, SEX trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, if convicted on all counts, the 54-year-old mogul could face life in prison. Okay, so the trial is underway today as well. More testimonies will be read. I will be popping in to give you guys updates on that, as I always do. So you guys keep your notifications on so that you will know what's going on with that. Y'all know I get into every intricate detail. We pull everything as related to that case or testimony that day. Okay. So for those of you that want to keep up with what's going on, reactions and everything else as far as the courts, that's reactions inside and outside the courtroom. I cover all of that. So if you guys want to know, definitely tap in over here when you see me go live to talk about the Diddy case. But that's what Judge Mathis said he would do if he were over sentencing Diddy. All right, moving on. All right, I found this. Thank you for one of my subscribers sending me this and asked me to talk about it. So I will. And I told you guys, if you guys see any topics that you run across that you want me to talk about and or cover, send it to me in my DMs, Caramel Rail on Instagram. Okay, send it to me in the DM. I'll take a look at it and gather my information, and we'll get on in here and talk about it. I don't mind. I want to talk about what you guys want to hear. Okay. I try to pick topics that I think you guys would love to hear about and learn about, and funny stuff. We try to mix everything in there. Politics. I'm noticing a lot of you guys like political stuff, so I've thrown that in there. World news we talk about. Of course, anything that's related to celebrity news. Of course, you're going to always get your reality TV news from here as well, and any other news that we run across. So definitely send me all that stuff. I'll look at it and we'll talk about it, okay? Because we well versed over here, honey. We don't just talk about one thing, all right? Get it. So a teen is jailed in Dubai, you guys, over sex with a girl, and he makes his plea, okay? This is the young man. Now, y'all got to be careful when you fly to these countries. Make sure that you know the laws of the land before you get there. Places like Dubai, we've talked about Dubai several times on my channel. They get you for like small things. If you, and I'm hearing, and these are things that I read up on and kind of educated myself on as well. In Dubai, as a woman, you really don't hardly have a voice like that. And if you're in Dubai and you get into it with someone and you give them the finger, that's a crime. Whereas over here in America, child, they piss you off. You can give them the finger, nothing happens. If you cuss somebody out, a male, okay, there was a lady who cussed this man out in a cab, and she went to jail just because she cussed him out. He called 911 and had her ass arrested, and she served some real time, and they would not let her out. Okay, no bail, no nothing. Like, she just sitting there for cussing somebody out. Whereas over here, honey, you get called a funky rat-faced bastard, and you go to live another day. Yeah, but let's get into. I get there. That shit just came to my mind. I swear I didn't write that down, y'all. A funky rat-faced bastard. Okay, your feelings be hurt, but you don't go to jail. All right, but over in Dubai, you might. You get life over there for calling somebody a funky rat-faced, burnt biscuit-eating bastard. Say that shit on there in Dubai. See, don't you get life? Don't be like Caramel told me to say it. No, fuck, she didn't. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get serious. A British teenager is jailed in Dubai for having sex with a 17-year-old girl, has pleaded with the authorities for clemency, you guys. Marcus Fakana, who is 19 of, Tottenham, North London, was sentenced in December to a year's imprisonment after a consensual relationship with a girl who is also British while on holiday in the United Arab Emirates, okay? Said that the age of the consent in the UAE is 18. Child. Now, it says that the girl's mother reported Fakana, who is age 18 at the time, to the UAE authorities after seeing messages between the two when she had returned to the UK. Now, Fakana has written to Sikha Muhammad bin Rashid, child, all right, the ruler of Dubai, from Al Real Prisons, child, asking to be released. So they got his ass after mama done saw them damn text messages and called it in, Lord. Now, it says that heartbreaking start to adulthood. Now, Rada Sterling, founder of Detained in Dubai, says that this has been the most traumatic and life-altering experience imaginable for Marcus. Now, he is barely an adult himself and never intended to break any law. Said that what happened was legal in the UK and consensual, but now he is facing permanent damage to his mental health and future prospects because of it. Okay, now this is his girlfriend. Both of them are age, and they went over and had, consensual. They're saying sex, and mama didn't like it, so she turned him in. So now his ass is locked up in Dubai. A mess. They went there for vacation, child. I never will. Now, detained in Dubai, says Fakana was only able to call his family sporadically for short periods, adding that the isolation had been mentally and emotionally devastating for both him and his loved ones. Now, his parents have been urgently appealing to Foreign Secretary David Lammy, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, and the British Embassy in Dubai for assistance in advocating for his release. This is sad. Now, if Marcus could go back in time, he would. Said that he has shown remorse and fully respects the law of the UAE. Said that he only hopes the government will show compassion and allow him to return home to rebuild his life. All right. Said that he is very young, and this is heartbreaking and a heartbreaking way to begin adulthood. Again, you definitely have to know the laws of the land wherever you go. This is why I don't want to go outside the United States. Okay. I do not want to go outside the United States. My husband be like, baby, let's go. Fuck that. Not with Trump in office either. I don't have a desire. It's so many other places that I can go in the U.S. and still be happy, honey, have a ball, have a great time. Different laws are different in different countries. Just the things that's the smallest to us here is huge over there, and it could land you in some serious trouble. Okay, raising your voice at someone dressed in a certain type of way is seen as a way of breaking their laws and rules and regulations there. So you have to understand going in certain places when you're touring and looking at certain things that's not permitted, that could land you in jail. So every little thing that you do, that's why you got to read up what are things that I can and cannot do before you visit these places. And we keep hearing about people going to jail for the smallest things in Dubai, and it's crazy. Dubai, I hear, is beautiful. It's a great place to travel if you're looking to go somewhere. It's beautiful. It's a great place to go and get some beautiful pictures. But as far as their laws and how they see women, as far as us not having a voice like that, and I know that my presence is very strong. My mouth is very reckless sometimes. Okay. Yeah, if I get in the cab over there and the cab driver get an attitude with me or say something to me, am I not to snap back at his ass? And if I do, he could lock the door and call 911 and my ass be sitting in prison while just on vacation trying to have a good time? No. No, because I know, baby, I go gutter when I get mad. So I know they will get my ass life for what fly out this mouth over there. So that's why I stay here in the U.S. so I can cuss people out and not worry about it. Okay. But but in this situation, this is sad that this young man, the girlfriend was 17. Over there that says that the age of consent there in Dubai is 18. So damn, he found himself in a situation. This person was his girlfriend, and they just went for a vacation and wound up in a situation where he got locked up, where the mother saw text messages in the girl's phone. I mean, you let your daughter go out of the country on vacation. You let your daughter go out of the country on vacation with this boy, 18-year-old, and you don't think he gonna try something? That's my thing. Let's be smart. Let's be smart about it, mother. You can say all day long, we just friends. We ain't doing. You don't think they're doing nothing? They 17, 18, especially they that far away from you, out of your presence. Okay, we all know it start with kissing, hugging, touching, and that leads to other things. They're in a relationship. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, you got to get your kids on birth control early on now. If you have girls, you definitely got to watch them, honey, because these girls are fast as hell. They are fast, and a lot of them are filled out like grown-ass women at 15, 16 years old. You cannot look at them until they're 15 and 16. These girls nowadays, and they fast. They are hot in the ass, and you got to thank social media for introducing all this shit to them, because social media is a huge thing now with teenagers. They learn. I told you guys the other day, you don't have to even teach your kids now about the birds and the bees, because the internet does that for you. Okay, they can go on the internet and look at all these little sex sites. Will teach them how to do some sexual things to these boys. And yeah, you got to teach them shit. Be like, where you learn that at? They know more than mama do about bedroom stuff because of social media. Yeah, it's a real thing. So for this mother, I got to say, mama, in this situation, you kind of dropped the ball a little bit, because you let your daughter, who was underage, 17 years old, leave the country. Leave London to go to Dubai. And I don't give a hot damn. You should know these fast ass boys gonna try your daughter. He was gonna jump her bones when he got her ass to Dubai. They sharing a room together. I'm pretty sure they didn't get a separate hotel. Let's be smart. You letting your daughter go out of the country. You know they're gonna share a room, they're gonna share a bed, and eventually something's gonna happen. Okay. Eventually she gonna turn over, and it's not gonna be the remote that's poking her in the back, and they're gonna do something. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be funny about shit, or maybe I am. But bottom line is, Mama, I gotta blame Mama a little bit, because you could have told her, no, you're 17, you ain't going out, you ain't going to no damn Dubai. Now when you get 18, you grown, you're of age to do what you want to do at this point. I can't tell you what to do at 18, but right now you 17. So if y'all want to go somewhere, child, go somewhere right here in London. London is beautiful out here. Never been and don't want to go right now. But yeah, you tell her, y'all go somewhere right here in London. But you're not about to be flying to no damn Dubai and knowing y'all gonna be sharing a hotel. And now this young man is sitting in jail for having sexual relations with his girlfriend, who appeared to be underage. It's sad. It's a very sad situation. But prayers, and more prayers. I hope he get out and he can get home, restart his life. I know he didn't think in his wildest dreams he was gonna go on vacation and wind up in a situation like this. But prayers in this situation, y'all. My Lord, my Lord. All right, we're gonna get to the next topic. Let me get my fan on, y'all, because I'm getting hot. Oh my God. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share. Let me go ahead and share screens with you guys. Hold on. And then I'm going to go get my fan on, because I'm getting a little warm. I'm working too hard in here, child. All right. Give me 1 second. Like that. Hey. Yeah, y'all jamming over there? All right, so I got my fan on, ready to go now, child. Woo. All right, let's get it. All right, these teachers, child, we were just talking about a teacher. Let's get into this next teacher, because baby, y'all gotta watch your kids. You gotta watch your kids and talk to your kids too. Talk to your kids so that you will know what's going on in these damn schools. Some of these teachers, like I said, they're hiring these teachers younger and younger to come up in there. Somebody said bounce. Hey, okay. They're hiring these teachers younger and younger to come in and educate your students, educate your kids. And some of these teachers be coming on to the kids. That's what happened in this situation right here. Now, a Florida mother speaks out after her son's middle school teacher is finally arrested, you guys, months after she sent him sexual messages and news. It says that the boy originally reported the teacher, but was called a liar and suspended by the administration. I was sued up out of that school. I was sued behind that. Let's get into it.
Let's take a look at the suspect. Her name is Oliver Fell. She is 28 years old, on the job for nearly 2 years. She is still on the payroll of the Manatee County School District. Just hours after she appeared before a judge, I sat down with the student's mother, and she tells me when she alerted the principal, she was told her son was making the story up. She was shocked when her son was suspended and the teacher remained in the classroom.
That's her asking him where was he, because he missed class. And she wrote, liar, liar, pants on fire.
Beverly Hernandez says she's shocked, disappointed, and sad to see these text messages, allegedly sent to her 14-year-old son from his teacher.
It's just disappointing, you know. you think, what is going through an adult's mind? This is a child.
Hernandez tells us she discovered the inappropriate conversation on TikTok got even worse. She says Oliver Fell, who taught her son's critical thinking class at Hale Middle School in Bradenton, also sent her son a nude picture of herself. And she says on March 3rd, when he told the school's administration about what happened, they didn't believe him.
Son had reported a teacher sending him inappropriate photos, but that she had concluded her investigation and that she was suspending my child for 10 days for false allegations.
While Hernandez's son was suspended, the accused teacher remained in the classroom. Immediately, the boy's family contacted Child Protective Services, as well as the then superintendent, Dr. Jason Weissong, sending an email titled Child Abuse. He responded saying he asked the school's principal and executive director of secondary education to follow up with the family. Still, nothing happened until 2 months later. On May 14th, Hale's principal sent an email to families stating a staff member being investigated for alleged inappropriate posts on social media was being reassigned to a district site with no contact with students. Then 2 weeks after that, that teacher, Fell, was arrested. That was this past Monday.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Fell is charged with lewd contact with a student by an authority figure, a second-degree felony, and transmission of harmful material to a minor, a third-degree felony.
Not only was I disappointed that a teacher who was put there to protect my child was actually grooming him, and I'm more disappointed that they inflicted even more trauma by calling him a liar, by him thinking that he was doing the right thing and speaking up, and they almost retaliated against him.
In the arrest warrant, when the school resource officer asked the teacher Fell about sending a nude image, Fell denied this image being her. After issuing a search warrant to Snapchat, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office learned the student and the teacher became friends on the platform in December 2024. Detectives say Fell deleted the boy from her friend's account on March 3rd, the same day the investigation began. Then, through a search warrant of Fell's home, detectives say the bedding observed during the search warrant was similar to the bedding observed in the photograph that was sent to the boy.
It's inexcusable. Our number one thing here, especially with the school board, for us five, I know for sure, and all of our staff is to have a safe environment for kids to learn in.
We talked to Manatee County School Board Chair Chad Choate to find out more.
If you look at some of the other policy issues, other things that have happened, yes, right. She probably should have been put on a paid leave or while pending the investigation. Everybody gets a due process, of course. But the reality is that's not really what happened here.
We also asked him if any action would be taken for the others who were involved.
But as far as the process goes and what went down and how it went down, I'm going to allow our staff that does a good job doing the internal investigations do their job before I comment really on did we do it well or did we not do it well.
Choate says policies and procedures need to be updated and their teachers and staff need more training. As for the student's mother,
this is a horrific deal. My family has been through a horrific deal. I just feel like we've been dragged through the mud here.
She's hoping changes are made so no student has to go through something like this again. Despite Hernandez reporting this incident to CPS, the district tells us neither the principal or the school resource officer reported it. We did some checking. Under Florida law, it's mandatory for all teachers, administrators, and support staff to report any known or suspected child abuse to the Florida Abuse Hotline. Failure to do so is a criminal offense and could result in a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and loss of professional license or certification. So let's take a look at the suspect. Her name is...
So you risk your license and everything else, your job, your integrity, everything about you over a child in middle school? We see a lot of this going on in schools. We really do. And the fact that she tried to lie her way out of it, and then when they did the investigation on you, you ran ahead to try to get rid of evidence by deleting this person from your, your social media. You shouldn't have even been friends with this person in the first damn place. Why are you befriending children on social media? For what? That's the first thing. Your job is to teach, not to be engaging outside of school with no damn middle school, not even high school. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. I would hate to know that my son is having conversations off the record out of school on social media with his teacher. I would not go up for that shit at all. And that would be a fucking problem. Now, this particular teacher here, Beverly Hernandez, says that Hill Middle School administrator suspended her son for 10 days when he alerted them that this teacher, Oliver Fells, who is 28 years old, had been sending him sexual messages, nudes via Snapchat. She tried to say it wasn't her in the picture. But then when they did further investigation, they found out that the bedding that was in said picture that she sent to that child was also in her home. She had the same bedding. So why you delete it if it was nothing wrong? Why you delete it and trying to cover up stuff if nothing that you did was wrong? She knew whenever they did an investigation, they were going to find something. That's why she started deleting stuff. Yeah. You didn't think they were going to look at your social media? You don't think they're going to look at your social media? All right, so that not only did the school fail to notify authorities, it says, but they also didn't suspend the teacher, and she remained on the payroll. Now, this man here that was at the school, the administrator, was saying that she should have gotten a paid leave. No, unpaid. Send your ass home unpaid while they do this investigation. Yeah, I said it. I did. I sure did. Now, Hernandez had to alert authorities on her own, which started an investigation. Now, y'all got to also understand. A lot of these schools will take up for and hide things on the teacher's behalf when they see things like this, too, because they don't want that negative press to surround the school, because it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And then other people who did not take the initiative to do what they needed to do when said situation was reported, they didn't want that heat. They didn't want that on the news to say, hey, it was reported and I talked to so-and-so, they did nothing. I talked to this person, they knew about it. It wasn't reported. As you can see here, it's a crime to not report said situation. So the mother had to take that step in order to get the ball rolling on getting some type of charges for this situation. 2 months after this situation occurred is when this woman found herself in handcuffs and locked up for grooming and being inappropriate with a minor. Now, what was going to happen if this situation did not get found out? When it did, she was probably going to lure said child to her home and sleep with him, have some sexual inappropriate behavior with this child. That's what I believe was going to happen. It's a step. It's steps to it. First, it starts with the conversation. Then you start sending the pictures. You're sending the pictures to show them. Now you're luring them to next. You're going to probably invite them to your home or to a hotel and do some inappropriate some inappropriate things with this child. Thank God he said something, or it would have continued. Now, detectives found that Fells had started messaging the child back in December of 2024. They also worked with Snapchat to retrieve the messages and photos. That's plural. That means you sent multiple, more than one. One is a lot. One photo is a lot. So you sent multiple photos to this child, 14 years old, you 28. What would you want to talk to a 14-year-old for? 14-year-old can't say shit to me. Okay. So if you can get your bad ass somewhere to sit down, you can't talk to me as a 14-year-old. 15, 16, 17. I like older anyway. Okay. My husband is 5 years older than me. And I like it that way because, first of all, y'all know men, and nothing against men. If I got any men in my chat, they mature a lot slower than women anyway. So to have someone older, where I'm at, you there when you get where you are. Okay. I'm just saying. No shade to any man watching me, but the statistics say that men mature slower than women. Some women, because we got some immature ass women. And I ain't calling nobody out by name or nothing. I'm just saying statistically, it says that men do mature slower than women. So what the fuck do you want with a 14-year-old? What can they say to you to arouse you in any way, shape, or form? What is the attraction between a 28-year-old and a 14-year-old, except the fact that you want to groom them and have mind control over them? That's it. They can't take you nowhere. They can't buy you no drink. They can't get no hotel. They can't take you on no vacation. They can't do shit for you. They don't have a car. They don't have a fucking license. What is it that you like that's so enamored for a 14-year-old? What's enamoring about a 14-year-old? I don't get it. I don't look at a 14-year-old like, damn, nigga. Really? You sick, ma'am. You are sick. And then to lie about it, they caught your ass. And I'm glad they did. So Hernandez says that though she learned about the messages on March the 3rd, Fels continued teaching until May 14th. Yeah. And then and it was then only after, hold on, and was then only resigned, okay, reassigned. It says that Fels wasn't arrested until June the 2nd. That's a long time, from March all the way to June. It don't seem long, but it is in a situation like this when she turned herself in only because a warrant was issued for her arrest. All right. Other than that, she's going to stay there and keep teaching. And I guarantee you that particular 14-year-old was not the only 14-year-old that she was grooming and doing this with. If she got away with it over here, she was doing it over here because it became an obsession to her. And that's the way nasty ass pedos, because she's a pedo. Women can be pedos as well, not just men. Women can be pedos. Women can be pedos, and she's definitely a pedo. Not only was I disappointed that the teacher that was put there to protect my child, this is what the mother was saying, was grooming him. She says, I'm more disappointed that they inflicted more trauma by calling him a liar. And you're right. And this is right. This is why kids or people that in situations where they are abused, especially sexually, they don't like to come forward because the first thing that people say is, oh, you lying. That never happened. The teacher never did that. And that's what the school did and suspended this child 10 days. So imagine how far behind this child fell by being out of school and suspended for 10 days for coming forward and telling the truth for something that never should have happened in the first damn place. Baby, the lawsuit that would be on their ass, I can't even explain it. And as soon as I would have heard that shit happened and you sent them fucking messages, it would have been up and stuck. That's all I can't even say. Up and stuck. I would have snapped on her ass. I would have. Bitch, fuck are you? It's all these men out here and you want a child? That's what I never understand about people like this. All these men out here. Shit, Diddy out here. You could have got Diddy. Diddy would have showed you some attention. You probably had to do some things you didn't want to do. But what is your obsession with being with a child? I don't get it. Now he's mentally, he's going to have to get psychological, mental, all this type of, counseling and everything else, therapy behind all this. He's probably traumatized. You sending the kitty cat to a 14-year-old bitch, you could have got further with a grown up. At least he just probably took you out for a nice little lunch or dinner somewhere, bought you a nice little bracelet or something. Girl, bye. Under the jail you go. Let's move on. All right, let's get into some Ray J, Gay J, aka Gay J. That's what I call his ass. Because he is out here, child, so I still talking about Diddy. I said, boy, you and Diddy, what is the connection with you and Diddy? You talk a whole lot about Diddy. I don't see you talking that much about Princess. And you say you in love with Princess, but you talk more about Diddy than you do Princess. Damn. How many FOs you been in, Ray J? Okay, how many FOs you been in? How many centimeters dilated is your ass out here? Okay, let's get into it. So Ray J, child, they said undercover the hidden truth with the no. Hold on. Anyway, so Ray J is saying that the Illuminati is teaching Diddy a lesson and that he will be released from jail. Yeah, aka Gay J, honey. I don't call him Ray J no more. It's Gay J. Nigga, you calling grown ass men on what's the name? Kai Sense podcast up over there talking about you want to come over and have a sleepover with me and you want to lay in the bed with me. Where you been? Your damn mentality is effed up out here. I don't know if it's the mushrooms, the mollies, or whatever it is, child. Let's get into what he had to say.
Is that he's being charged for. This is where it starts to go overboard. And it's like whoever was mad at the top was really mad. And I think we're here now And I think it's a flex because, like, what are they trying to get out of this in this court case? Does everybody that's talking about these stories, do they want to see Puffy rot in jail? Is that what we're here for? Because I just think that that's unfair, and just knowing everybody, it just could have been done a different way. And now it's starting to worry me. And I honestly think that Diddy will get out. And I think that there's nothing here, right? I think they made their point, whatever they were trying to make. Your point is made. Now let Diddy out.
Comment book. If you want to be the first to uncover what most will never.
What y'all think about what he had to say? He thinks that the Illuminati is teaching Diddy a lesson, and that whatever it is, the higher ups are mad at Diddy for whatever reason, and that they're taking it out on him, and that they've turned their back on Diddy, and he feels that Diddy is going to walk away scot-free with no charges, no time behind this trial that he is currently in right now. What do y'all think about that? Ray J been speaking up a lot about Diddy. He has a lot of connections with Diddy as well. You can't tell me you've been around a person and you've not participated in some of the activities that they participated in. Okay, word on the curb is everybody hung around Diddy did most of the same shit that he did. Okay, you took a drug or two. You was in some rooms back there. Okay, you were bent over, but you weren't picking up nothing off the floor. Type of shit like that. But I don't know, Ray J. You are speaking up quite a bit about Diddy, and it's really starting to make you look like Stevie J. Or Stevie Gay, if you want to call him that. Stevie Gay and Gay J. All right. The two of you guys, definitely you're starting to raise eyebrows because y'all are speaking up for a man a little bit more than you would speak up for a female in this situation. I get you might be friends with him, but it feels like it's a little bit more. Ray J, you ain't. I don't know. I don't know what the connection is, but I do know that you were mentioned in Diddy's lawsuit in terms of being the drug runner for him. And you supplied, according to the lawsuit, okay? Went to the lawsuit, Ray J was mentioned as the person who supplied the drugs for the FOs for Diddy. Y'all know they had these people called runners. Runners are those who go out and get the things that the person who is the head honcho, what they need in order to make said situation move or work or happen. Okay, these FOs were held in multiple hotels all over in separate different states. And it said that Ray J had a lot to do with it. Now, whatever was written in that note that was given to Whitney Houston, whenever she popped up there and was talking to Clive Davis with Monica sitting there, Brandy, if you gave that note to Ray J and Ray J carried out said request, you could be looked at as an accessory to said crime. Okay, period, because she tried to be a little slick, and I was thinking about that. I was like, could Brandy, I like you, Brandy. Okay, I like you, Brandy. You sang real good, but you could be listed as an accessory to said crime if you gave Ray J that note, because I know you saw it. You looked down and you read that note, and then you looked up at Whitney Houston like, why you give me this? But I feel like, how would Ray J know if Whitney couldn't get in touch with him? Maybe she had been blowing his phone up and couldn't reach him. Or maybe the block was hot and he didn't want to be seen on video. I don't know what the case may be, but I do know that Whitney Houston gave a note to Whitney Houston gave a note to Brandy. It was alleged to give to Ray J, aka Gay J. And the way Brandy looked at that note, it tells you that whatever was in that note was highly inappropriate. She was very uncomfortable with what was said in that damn note. And then we know hours after that, her ass won't hear no more, meaning Whitney Houston. Okay, so Ray J, I think you need to stop doing press conferences, videos, interviews until this is figured out, because with your name being mentioned and you getting scared saying you leaving to run to Antigua and never to return again, I don't know. Maybe you should shut the fuck up a little bit, or a lot of it, because your name is coming up quite a bit. Okay, let's move on. Child, damn. All right, let's get into some Clarissa Shields news. I'm just saying, y'all. Gay J and Stevie Gay. Both of y'all sit y'all asses down, baby, because y'all got a lot going on. I ain't never seen two men go up for another man like that in my life. May that type of love never find me. Okay, I don't want no woman ever speaking up for me like that, because we don't get down like that. We strictly over here, girl. Okay, bang. Okay, ain't nothing against nobody like nothing else. I'm just saying what I like. Okay, I'm saying what I like. Yeah. Anyway, I know we ain't bashing, because I done told y'all. I got a lot of friends who are gay, and so don't nobody hit me up on that bullshit about Karen or that gay bashing. Fuck you. My best friend of 25 years is gay. That's my dog. I got plenty of friends that go that way, and I don't got shit to do with it. That's between them and God. I'm still your homie. If you call me, you're going through some shit, hit me. Because everybody know I'm everybody's counselor around here. I didn't sign up for it. That's just the role that I play. Okay, so I have plenty of friends at the gate. Don't hit me with that bullshit, because you're probably gonna get cussed out in the comments. All right, don't try it. Especially today. I feel like cussing somebody out anyway. All right, I pray today, but it's something. The spirit of cussing out is upon me. And yeah, I don't want to unleash. Don't be in the comments and some bullshit. I'm just saying. Let's get into some Clarissa Shields news, though. All right. Clarissa Shields speaks to the haters lingering around her relationship with Papoose. Now, I keep saying, I really wish she shut up and just enjoy the moment. If you and Papoose are happy and y'all don't have, a hot damn, if you don't give a hot damn about what nobody else got to say, baby, stop addressing it. Stop in every interview talking about Papoose and what people think about your relationship. Who cares? People going to talk about you until you die. They talked about Jesus Christ. Did that stop him from being Jesus? No, it did not. Okay, he was still out here turning water into wine and healing the blind and everybody else. He didn't give a damn about nobody saying nothing about Jesus. Okay, and even after they crucified him and unalived him, baby, he came back and he was still Jesus. So, girl, live your life out here. So it says that people hate great things and they hated Jesus. Yeah, I just said that. Didn't I just say that? They hated Jesus. And here you are in another interview. Well, my relationship with Papoose, people just hate us. No, they don't, girl. But come on.
We don't like them together. We love them together. People love us. And I guess it's a few haters lingering or whatever the case may be. But that doesn't bother me. People hate great things. I mean, they hated Jesus. So who am I to say, oh, I don't want you guys to hate me and Pep? Like, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But, it is what it is. And like I said, July 26th, I'm still active. Right now, I'm walking clout. Everything I do. Clout. Come on. Yeah. I go viral. We don't like them together. We love them together. People love us. And I guess it's a few haters lingering or whatever the case may be. But that doesn't bother me. People hate great things. I mean, they hated Jesus. So who am I to say, oh, I don't want you guys to hate me and Pep? Like, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But it is what it is. And like I said, July 26th, I'm still active. Right now, I'm walking clout. Everything I do. Clout. Come on. Yeah. I go viral.
I like her. I hate your I hate this shit right here. That baby hair. That shit gotta go. It's gotta go. It's team too much. All right. I'm happy that she got her little stylist now. She's looking a little bit better. Okay. I like that about her. But I really wish that she would just focus on her life, focus on her craft, focus on her sport, focus on what she's doing, whatever she and Papoose are doing, that they're happy. Obviously, you see they're happy. Every time you see them, they're popping up. They're always outside. Great for y'all. But I don't think that you should ever have to sit in every interview and respond. You're responding too much. You're responding too much. I don't know if you need to get who is your person who handles your shit for you. You need that, baby. You need that. You need somebody, a spokesperson that can speak for you, because it's given that you are responding too much to negative energy, and it should not be that. Okay. Do you see Tiana Taylor speaking up for what people think about her and the whole Iman situation, her divorce? No. She's moving on and still being great and handling her business. And that's how you got to be. Let people talk. People going to do that. Okay, because word on the curb is if they ain't talking about you, you're not relevant. Let them talk. The more that they're talking about you, the more that they keep their name in their mouth, that's keeping you relevant. It's when they stop talking about you when there's a problem. Okay, when your name ain't mentioned no more and your name fade to black, that's when you really should worry about it. But child, stop doing interviews and feeling like you always have to respond to what people think about you and Papoose. If you love him, if you're trying to move forward with him, have a relationship with him, whatever the case may be, do that. Let the haters hate, child. Most of the hoes that's talking anyway ain't got no fucking man anyway to tell you what to do with Papoose or anything that you got going on as related to him. Them be the ones that have the most to say, don't have a man, they almost got a man. They almost don't have a man, but they are speaking up on what's going on, child. Okay, get out of here. What's the congratulations? I don't want to miss it. Oh, Scorpion Miss, shout out to Scorpion Miss out here, got a new grandchild. Oh, hold on. Oh, graduating. I'm sorry. Your grandson is graduating. I thought you had a new grandchild. Okay, so congratulations to Scorpion Miss. That's my mod, y'all. Her grandson is graduating today. Shout out to your grandson. Shout out to your grandson. Hey, do we have any more graduates? Do we have any more graduates? That's huge. That's huge. Okay. Graduation, child. Let's give you a little dance. Let's give you a little dance. Hey. All right, we had to give you a little bit, just a little bit. All right, let's move on. Congratulations to all the graduates, okay? Because that's huge. Stay in school, honey, so you can be somebody out here. You ain't got to be telling or asking somebody, you want cheese on that? All right, you don't be standing at the window asking somebody if they want cheese on it, honey. Go further, okay? Because there's so much out there. It is. I guarantee you. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations to anybody that's got a child out there, honey, that's graduating. Mine will be graduating some years down the line, child. You got a little ways to go. I ain't ready. I don't want to rush it. But to anybody that's got a child, grandchild that's out here, honey, graduating, that's huge. Keep pushing them, honey. Keep your hand in the middle of their back and keep pushing them to be the very best that they can be, okay? Because we love that. I love to see it. Black excellence, honey. I applaud it. Yes, God. I love education. Education, honey. Yes, God. Yes, I push that with my honey. Education. That's first. You can play all the sports you want. I tell my son, you can play whatever sports you want to play, but education. That's first. All right. You ain't raising no dummies over here. No God. All right. So Marlo, child. Marlo, they done dug her up from Skull Island out here to sit up in interviews because you know she ain't relevant no more. Okay. She ain't relevant no more. But they done dug her up because she went to a BET Awards event. Y'all know the BET Awards is getting ready to be coming on this month. I think is it this weekend? I think it's this weekend. Anywho, so Marlo Hampton, child, opens up about her departure, child. That's all you can talk about is your departure from Real Housewives of Atlanta and speaks on her the current cast members while at the BET Media House. All right. Yes. Let's get into what she had to say. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked.
It's just, I mean, Bravo is an amazing show, but I just feel 16 was not it. We're going to have to reboot it again. So I feel 17 is going to be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This season's cast, is that what kind of deterred you, or just
this season
you wanted that break?
Because it was a major, I was even excited, like, oh my God, we're rebooting. What is it going to do? What is it going to bring? So, I'm really sitting there watching. I'm like, oh, this just wasn't it. I mean, it was entertaining, but we just need to get rid of a couple more people.
Oh,
and not add a couple more. It wasn't the reboot that we thought we were gonna get.
Right.
Yeah, I think 17, because we always get it right usually. Now y'all know that. My last season was 15. And no matter what, you love us or hate us, we get it right. Yes. We get the ratings right. The ratings is what's important. So it's just this season wasn't it. But it definitely, I think 17, we're gonna come back stronger than ever. It's just, I mean, Bravo is an amazing show, but I just feel 16 was not it.
So she's saying season 16 for Real Housewives of Atlanta was not it, even though she went on there. And she is saying that she feels that next season 17, will be better. How does she know that? Marlo, they're not really checking for you. I would just say this. Marlo got her peach and she just did not get what needed to be given. Okay. And then when they decided to let you go, Marlo, I feel like that might have been the best thing because I feel like your storyline that you gave us was not relevant enough. I said it before, we were happy to see that you were stepping up to be this auntie/mommy to your nephews who, one of which I see he is going to college. He's graduating. That's great. Her oldest nephew is going to college. I think he's going to Howard, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, that's great that she stepped up and did that, but she really couldn't offer anything else except being a mean girl on the show. So Bravo, of course, took your peach. All right. They took your peach. They took what's the other child that just had another baby? They took her. See, I can't even remember her name. That's just how relevant she is. Sonya, honey, Sonya Richardson. So so y'all gave the least on the show. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Do I feel like Real Housewives of Atlanta was at its best this season? Hell no, it was not. Bringing Phaedra back, that didn't help it either. And Drew Sidora, I don't think her storyline was strong enough. And then now the whole Brit Eady situation with her suing for $20 million, I think that's a whole farce as well. Bottom line, Marlo, thank you for having a podcast, but I don't think nobody really checking for you like that, sis. I really don't think that nobody is checking for you like that. And if they brought you back, you definitely need to be a friend of versus having a peach. You should not be a peach holder because you don't have that much relevancy or anything going on to talk about. Okay, so that's it, and that's all. Moving on. That's all you get in my time, Marlo. I love you, child, but I'm sick of you. All right. Tired of you. She has so much to say about the Real Housewives of Atlanta girls, and you ain't even that no more, girl. You ain't even a janitor on set no more, girl. You ain't even a janitor on set, let alone a friend of. Why you still talking about that? I don't know. But let's move on. Andy Cohen, honey. Andy Cohen makes it very much so known how he feels about this whole lawsuit, okay, with Britt Eady. Y'all know Britt Eady is suing for $20 million. So Andy says that this is reaching a level of petty that's beyond even anything that I've seen. All right. So he ain't feeling this $20 million lawsuit that Britt Eady filed against the network. Okay. He ain't feeling that shit. And he probably not going to hire your ass back up over there no more, Britt Eady. Okay, no. Because they tried to have a little meeting with your ass, and it said that she skipped out on that meeting as well. She declined to come to the meeting, and she also declined to show up to the damn reunion. So it gives that that she was probably already hoping to go ahead and file this against them, and she was looking at filing something against them anyway. So I don't know. That's what Andy had to say. As you guys can see, this is his response to Britt Eady filing a $20 million lawsuit against Bravo for defamation and sexual harassment, and claims that they were aware of the sexually explicit photos shown by Kenya Moore that were not her. She said, but that led the public to believe that they were. So she's saying that Bravo worked overtime in terms of convincing an audience of millions of people who watched the show that the sexually explicit pictures that Kenya Moore showed at her spa opening on the show was Britt Eady, when she says, in fact, that was not her. Okay, so she held on that for quite some time, knowing that it was not her. And then at the time that she felt was best needed, she went and filed this damn $20 million lawsuit against Bravo for, like I said, defamation and sexual harassment. I don't know. She did get a lot of backlash behind that, at which that also got Kenya Moore fired from the show as well. So I don't know. And Bravo was set to have a sit down one-on-one with Kenya, at which that got scrapped as well. So I don't know what's going on with all these damn meetings getting scrapped. But Andy Cohen has finally spoken up and given his account of how he feels about this said lawsuit. Again, as you guys can see, Andy Cohen, that's him, is verified because it's the blue check. He says that this is reaching a level of petty that's beyond even anything that I've seen. Y'all know he went through a whole lawsuit with Nene. Okay, Nene suing NBC Universal and Bravo, as well as Andy and them, for almost, well, not sexual harassment or whatever, but she was saying, what did she sue them for? Some type of racist, saying that they were racist and for not allowing her. I think she was more upset that they did not give her her own reality show. That's one of the things that Nene was upset about. She was mad because Kim got Don't Be Tardy for the Party, her show, and then she got renewed for that. But she was saying that she pitched several times for her to have her own reality show, but Bravo won't check it for her. So in the middle of that back and forth with Bravo, Andy, and everyone else, Nene went and launched this huge lawsuit against NBC Universal and Bravo in terms of saying that they were being a bit racist towards her by not giving her her show, but looking out for Kim Zolciak in that manner. Okay. Do I feel like Kim's show should have been renewed? I don't feel like she should have got one, period, because she wasn't really talking about nothing on it, smoking cigarettes and combing her wig. Who want to see that for 2 seasons? Not me, girl. But anyway, that's what Andy had to say. Moving on. Let's get into some more Real Housewives of Atlanta shenanigans. All right. How y'all feeling in the chat? Y'all still here with me? Oh, I got to get moving, child. All right, so let's get into some shenanigans. Shout out to the Bravo Shade Room. Now, all the ladies come together to support Shamia. Now, if you guys don't know, Shamia's daughter, her smallest, youngest child, which she had through via surrogacy, has a bit of some medical issues that she's dealing with. Shamia, in this particular clip, gets a phone call, which then makes her become emotional. So the girls, they do come together to be supportive to her or for her in said situation. Let's get into it. Shout out again to the Bravo Shade Room.
Y'all seem quiet. Girl, we're thinking we should if we can just all hold hands and just pray for Shamia right now. I think that would be the best thing.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Worst thing ever that can happen to a mom. For me, it would be really hard to be away with the ladies. You just don't want anything to go wrong. I mean, my child is 25 now. Then I freak out, if she's not feeling well.
You're doing amazing. Let me tell you something. You are holding it all.
Okay.
Let me tell you
that yellow outfit is bad. I would wear that. I would totally wear that's cute.
something. You are holding it all together. And we are holding you. Okay?
Portia only got her titties all up in here.
Oh, I thought that was not true.
It's good to laugh and keep from crying. I love you so much, okay?
And I will have your back no matter what we got going on.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
nothing compared to what you got going on, girl.
Oh,
I
yes.
love you.
Yes.
You see, all of us, we're part of your village, no matter what. So even though you're not in Atlanta right now, you got us.
Thank you, Brad.
So what's happening here is, I know some of y'all like, what is happening? So she gets a phone call, all right, prior to y'all actually seeing what's happening here. She gets a phone call saying that her daughter is sick, and I think they had to take her daughter to the hospital. Her youngest daughter, which was born via surrogacy, she's been having a lot of medical issues since birth. Okay, if y'all didn't know, when the baby was born, she had to stay in the hospital for some months because of said medical situation. But now that she's away, they're on a girls' trip in Grenada, and she gets a phone call saying that her baby is sick. So she breaks down because as a mother, she's not able to be there, hold her daughter, comfort her, and be there and be a mom to her baby who is sick. So she's feeling maybe guilty. Y'all know how moms can feel guilty when they're not there for their child and they're, having to work. And it can be a lot. It can be a lot. So she had a moment where she broke down. She didn't give a damn about no camera. She don't wipe her damn mascara and everything off about her baby. I don't blame her, child. That's your baby.
I am so sorry. I love you. I love you. Even during this time, I'm gonna have your back. I'm gonna always be there for you, no matter what, okay? No matter what. When I call you a friend, I mean this. I was hurt tonight. So we gonna get through this too. This is a real sister.
Let me tell you something. You are holding it.
I look at you like a sister. And I'll take a motherfucking shot too. A tequila.
She said, I'll take a shot. I was thinking, girl, you gonna take a bullet for Shamia? But then she meant like that, girl. I was like, oh, hold up now.
Take a shot. Come on, let's go. Pour me out a double, bitch.
Why I feel like Britt being so extra and fake in this moment? Why do I feel like Britt is being extra and fake right here? I don't know.
This is our truth. Here, take your shot and we're going to toast.
We love you. This is the healing, okay?
Sisterhood, I look at you like a...
Child, Britt, please shut up. I can't even take her serious. And even though she's crying, I'm just giving, it's giving, girl, I don't know. It's giving a little fake vibes for me. Because you ain't really see it for Shamia. And Shamia stayed reading your ass down. But it's giving you wanted some camera time a little bit. Like this much. And you were doing too much a little bit. I got to play it one more time. I'm sorry. The way Cynthia is looking at her and the way Phaedra is kind of looking at her too. I'm just like,
sister. And I'll take a motherfucking shot too. A tequila.
All right, let's back it up.
It all together. And we are holding you. Okay?
Portia only got her titties all up in here.
Oh, I thought that was not true.
It's good to laugh and keep from
Here she
crying.
comes.
I love you so much, okay? And I will have your back no matter what we got going on.
Amen.
That's nothing compared to what you got going on, girl. I love you.
Yes.
You see, all of us, we're part of your village, no matter what. So even though you're not in Atlanta right now, you got us.
Thank you, Brad.
I am so sorry. I love you. I love you. Even during this time, I'm going to have your back. I'm going to always be there for you, no matter what, okay? No matter what. When I
You're like, girl, come on, bring it in, Lord. I can't take no more of this fake stuff, Lord. Come on, bring it in, child. Come on. You ain't got to do all that. Come on in now.
call you a friend. I mean this. I was hurt tonight.
Drew.
So we gonna get through this too. This is a real situation.
Let me tell you something.
Phaedra be looking like, girl, are you done? Oh my God, Britt. No, I was not feeling that, girl. So that's what had happened in that particular scene right there. I felt Britt was being a little too extra. I'm sorry. I don't know. Even though you were crying, girl, it still gave me pause because I was like, no, girl, no. Okay. So now Drew and Shamia have a little moment. All right. So Drew is responding to Shamia, calling her forgettable. All right. I said, "Ooh, hold up." So y'all know Shamia got a little slick mouth. We talked about it, okay? But Drew, so do you, Drew. So let's get into this. Because the girls are fighting, honey. The girls are fighting, and we had to go on and talk about it. Shout out to Reality Entertainment TV. Let's get into it. Drew Sador, honey, says, now you better put some motherfucking respect on Drew Sador's name. Says the right people know who I am, and that's all that matters. All right. So after Shamia says that Drew was forgettable, Drew was like, baby, the right people know who I am, and the check reflect. All right. Let's get into it, girl.
Every time I mention Drew's name to people, they're like, who? I would rather be a lapdog than forgettable.
Forgettable, child.
Every time I mention Drew's name to people, they're like, who? I would rather be a lapdog than forgettable.
Y'all hear that? Every time I mention Drew's name, they're like, Drew who? Who's talking about? Who? I don't know her. But Drew said, baby, you better put some damn respect on my name, all right? She said that the right people know who I am, and that's all that matters. Hashtag RHOA, the same show you on. All right. These two gonna forever be fighting. I don't know what it is. Okay. I don't know what it is. Now, respectfully, Shamia, she got a little hey about her. She's been doing some stuff outside of like being on TV. Okay. Shamia been on radio. Shamia got her single out that's doing well. And so does Drew. Drew got her single out. Drew done been in movies. So has Shamia. Shamia been in movies too. Okay. Shamia been in movies too. What's the movie that Shamia was in? What's that movie? Damn. Because I just saw it the other day. What's the movie with Megan Good? Damn, what is the movie? Oh my God, I can't remember now. But anywho, so Shamia's been in movies, and so has Drew Sador. So it's kind of like they're both here. Maybe Drew got a little bit more clout or whatever, but Shamia got more money. So I don't know. It's kind of like, both of y'all got some relevancy about you guys, okay? They said to give her a cameo. Shamia is a clown. They said it must not have been good. No, it was good. It was a movie with Megan Good, but it was like she was like a supporting actress, like a friend in the movie. It wasn't like she had no lines and all that. She just like giving reactions in the background. Well, I can't remember that movie. Oh my God. Hold on, bitch. I gotta no, because I gotta look it up because y'all gonna be like, really? Now you're gonna have to go back and watch it. Hold on. Because I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, I done saw this movie so many times, and I did not know that was Shamia. Child. Girl, hold on. I'm about to tell y'all here in a hot damn. Yeah, she's been in Drumline, okay? She's been in Drumline, y'all. She was in Drumline. Not Megan Good, child. Okay, so she was in Drumline, and she was in the movie The Past, and she was also in, they're saying Acrimony. Okay, did y'all know that? I didn't know she was in Acrimony. So it's given that she's been in a lot of supporting roles, if you will. Yeah. Hold on. So yeah. So what movies did Shamia play in? Y'all ready? She played in she's been in Drumline, which y'all know came out in 2002, Ride Along Part 2, which is 2016, and she was also in Acrimony, which came out in 2018. So she's been in movies, but it's been more so of a supporting role, whereas Drew have had like leading roles in the movies that she's been in. Okay, Drew was in The Past. Drew played a leading role in The Past. Okay, she did. She was in the TLC movie as well. All right, she was on what's the other show she was on? I forget that show, child. Y'all know Drew. She got a nice little resume or whatever. But yeah. Shit, Drew been in some stuff too. But so yeah, I don't know if you can say that she's irrelevant like that, Shamia. I don't like that about you, okay? Because you're coming off as being a little mean girl to try to minimize Drew's little resume and what she's done as far as movies or whatever. Okay, the game. Thank you, the game. She, we really know her from being in the game, and she was on that for quite a little bit. But yeah, Drew, she's been out there for a little bit. Drew got a nice little resume when it comes to Hollywood. Okay, and Shamia, most of your roles, like I said, have been supporting versus Drew Sidor being the main, the main event on the show, leading roles or whatever. So, and she's got a nice little album out. Drew's album is doing well. And Shamia, your album is doing well as well. Both of them have beautiful voices. I can't even front. I'm going to go ahead and give you flowers, honey, because I just don't like that there's this mean girl attitude where you're trying to diminish someone else to make yourself feel better. Okay? Because, yeah. All right, let's play it one more time.
Every time I mention Drew's name to people, they're like, who? I would rather be a lapdog than forgettable.
All right, so you have to go back and watch. And the scene where it was like, what was the scene in Drumline where they were running up to it was like the friends were running up to talk to Zoe Saldana or whatever. And Shamia was one of those friends. She was the dark-skinned girl who ran up and was like talking to Zoe, okay, when Cornball was trying to talk to her too. So yeah. But Shamia was definitely in Drumline. All this time I never knew it. All the time. I was like, let me go back and watch this shit. And sure enough, it was Shamia. But yeah, so this is very I feel very high school of the two of them to do that. But Drew let her know, like, look, put some respect on my name, baby. I paid my dues to Hollywood, and yeah, right people know who I am. I can pick up the phone right now and call people in Hollywood and probably still get a job. So all right, but let's continue. How many more topics do I got, Lord? All right, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, two more. Thank the Lord. So while we're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, why did I do that? Let me go back. All right, so Angela Oakley reveals new details on issues with Charles, honey. Says that he's not even paying attention, is what she says. Let's go ahead and share so y'all can look at this with me. I found it on Bravo. All right, so y'all know there's been a lot of questions about Charles Oakley, child, and his relationship and a marriage, and how he kind of shows up for Angela Oakley, and how he kind of be like a little distant when it comes to him showing affection towards her. So let's get into what was said here. Now it says that when Angela Oakley and Charles Oakley's 8-year wedding anniversary fell in the middle of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 cash trip to Grenada, says that the couple's long distance celebration attempt highlighted some of the issues in their marriage. Now, as seen on episode 14, Angela kicked off her day on a Caribbean island by trying to call Charles to no avail, said that he was too busy to talk because he was cooking for our daughter. That's the reason she gave is why he didn't pick up the phone. It says the mother of four explained in a confessional, said, yeah, I think that he misses me, says that we are falling in love each day. We are falling in love with each other every day, again, each day, every single day. Says that when she could only still reach her husband's voicemail. So she kept calling him, only getting voicemail. But she said that she vented, saying that I can't stand him. So let's look at the clip right quick, okay? Let's look at this clip. Let's get through this first. Let me make it bigger. All right. Let's get through this ad.
I knew that was coming. That's why I looked right to Drew.
Some married men that don't wear rings as well. So
yeah, my husband does not wear rings.
How do you deal with that?
She got Tourette's or something.
Not
she be hollering at her business out of nowhere like this.
Well, you know what? It was an issue when it was an issue, because I'm like, my idea of marriage is wedding ring, I'm taken, this is who it is, this is who I'm with. And I just feel like it's a statement of I'm married.
Yeah.
And his idea of a wedding ring is, oh, I'm wearing gold today, the silver ring don't match. You know, I'm like, no, we
so he
are
doesn't
not on
wear
the same
wedding
page.
ring, or he doesn't wear it sometimes?
He doesn't wear it. Well, he's lost so many of them. So now it's just not even a conversation anymore. And he's like, everybody know I'm married. No, everybody doesn't, Charles. Everybody don't, first of all, know you. So that's just who he thinks he is. Yeah. But it's just not even a conversation, because we have come through more than that.
Right.
And so,
Pick and choose your battles, girl.
Yeah, that's not
as long
one
as
of
that
them.
man is coming home to you
Hello.
every night.
And it's bigger than that. He respects me. If I look, I better not find. And nothing comes to me. So it goes deeper than just a ring.
Well, the ring is not more important than the man.
The marriage.
The marriage is what matters.
The
And
marriage.
If he's, committed to the marriage, then the ring is just a little sign to show that he's taken.
Honestly,
but, if he's
that
with you, he's with
The
you.
ring
That
brings
ring be
things.
bringing. Yes, it brings.
Yeah, sometimes it
so-
does
Rings bring
backfire. They're
things.
like,
You might be.
Like, oh, you could be married?
Oh, let me see if I can take them away.
That's true.
So you marriage material?
So
I'm not saying
Girl.
that's Charles
It is
because
true.
I'm not excused.
Let's take it back. Now, Angela Oakley, I like you, love, but I don't like what you had to say right here. It's really starting to give a little bit more insight into why Charles don't want to answer his damn phone when you call. Now, she says that he does not wear a ring and that everybody knows, and he says that everybody knows that he's married, which is why he don't. Who else that sound like? Marceau. That sounds just like Marceau Scott. He don't wear a ring because everybody know that he's married. She said, no, everybody don't know that you're married. And hence the reason why Phaedra said in her confessional that she's known Charles for years and never even knew that he was married. So how is it everybody know you married when Phaedra, who's been your friend over 10 years, didn't even know you were married? How is that? So she says that he's had multiple rings, you guys. He's had multiple rings and he just don't wear them. He keep losing his rings. How? Is he that irresponsible as a man that he can't keep up with a wedding ring? She says he's had many, many rings. She said his idea of a ring is if it's gold, if the ring is gold, then it matches whatever gold he has. It's like she keeps giving excuses for Charles not stepping up and being who he needs to be for her and doing what he needs to do as far as giving her affection or being there 100% like he needs to as a husband. And it's not a good look. People are really trying to like you, Angela, but when you come up and be taken up for your husband and giving excuses for him not being who he needs to be for you as a husband, then it kind of makes you look weak. It kind of does, right? It's sad. It's sad. And you see how Drew and how Cynthia was looking at her when she gave that answer. Yeah, he don't wear a ring and he's lost many rings. They're looking at him like this the same shit we went through when we were married. Okay, if there's a crack in the foundation, it can be repaired, but you got to catch it and you got to be honest about said crack in that foundation. And if you don't, this going to keep cracking. Okay, the foundation will keep cracking, but if you repair said crack, then you can get past it. Now, not that it's any of their business what's going on in your marriage, because you never should have to answer to nobody else in terms of what's going on in your marriage. That's between you and said person that you are married to. But stop making excuses. Now you are on a public platform like Real Housewives of Atlanta where the girls want to be all up and through your business, okay? About your marriage, about Charles. You say, oh, I'm going to call Charles, and then Charles going to voicemail. They like, okay, what's going on here? Especially on your anniversary. Nigga, you should pick up on the first ring. I don't give a fuck if you frying eggs, scrambling them, boiling them, making potato salad, frying fish, chicken. I don't give a hot damn. If you are boiling crabs, if you cracking crabs, if I call you on the first ring, wipe your hand and ding, answer. Okay? Yeah, that's how that goes. I get so tired of that. I keep saying it's something about Charles. Is Charles just out here sneaking and cheating? There's a reason why he ain't wearing his ring. The ring signifies that you are taken, that you are married. So if he's out here moving about and he won't wear a ring, and every time you keep replacing said ring, he lose that one too, it's given that he don't want people to know that he's married. I'm just saying. Let's play this shit one more time.
Not wearing his ring.
I knew that was coming. That's all right to Drew.
Some married men that don't wear rings as well. So
Yeah, my husband does not wear
can't
rings.
just assume.
How do you deal with that?
Does she got Tourette's or something? Why does she be hollering out her business out of nowhere like this?
Well, you know what? It was an issue when it was an issue because I'm like, my idea of marriage is wedding ring, I'm taken, this is who it is, this is who I'm with. And I just feel like it's a statement of I'm married.
Yeah.
And his idea of a wedding ring is, oh, I'm wearing gold today, the silver ring don't match. You know, I'm like, no, it's we
So he
are
doesn't
not
wear
on the
his
same
wedding
page.
ring, or he doesn't wear it sometimes.
He doesn't wear it. Well, he's lost so many of them. So now I just It's just not even a conversation anymore. And he's like, everybody know I'm married. No, everybody doesn't, Charles. Everybody don't, first of all, know you. So that's just who he thinks he is. Yeah. But it's just not even a conversation because we have come through more than that.
Right.
Yeah. And so,
pick and choose your battles, girl.
Yeah, that's not
as long as that man is coming home to you every night.
And it's bigger than that. He respects me.
Cynthia, I know the hell you didn't just tell us. That's why you done been married twice, Cynthia, and going on your third one. She said, girl, fight your battles. This is what she's telling her. Girl, you just need to fight your battles because if that man is coming home to you every night, I wouldn't make a big issue out of something that it don't need to be an issue. It's an issue if you're not wearing your ring. Like, seriously, it's an issue. And if her bringing up to him that I would like for you to wear your ring is bringing up a problem or making it a battle, it shouldn't be a battle. It's simple. How would he feel if she walks around with no ring on and just don't answer the phone? And all the signs are there. And I'm not saying the man is cheating, but I'm saying there are signs there. Usually when there's smoke, like they say, when there's smoke, there's fire. Like, I'm starting to see a little blaze or two. I don't know. I'm starting to see a little blaze or two, and I don't want to be the one to throw some gas or some damn kerosene on the shit. But damn, the signs are there. The man don't want to wear no ring. He don't want to answer the call. His affection towards you, when you try to show him affection, he's standoffish. Is he showing it somewhere else? If he ain't rubbing up on you, he rubbing on somebody. Okay, you got to look for signs. I'm just saying. Let's continue. Cynthia, you the wrong person to give anybody type of marital or relationship advice, period. Because you run around here with somebody who just graduated high school not too long ago because he was throwing your back out, but you couldn't keep no marriage. You married Peter. He ain't have no money, and y'all didn't have the means to get married when you got married, okay? Your mama had to step in and pay for your damn, pay for the bar at your wedding because you ain't have no damn money. Drew Sador, you going through a divorce right now from that narc with them scuffed up fake ass red bottoms your ass got on. So you shouldn't be sitting here giving no one advice on nothing. I'm just saying. These two right here, you got the wrong two in the chair, baby. Y'all need to no. Okay? No and hell no. No. Cynthia, that was bad advice. Let's continue.
Me, if I look, I better not find. And nothing comes to me. So it goes deeper than just a ring.
So she says he knows that if I look, meaning if I go through your phone, whatever the case may be, if I look, I better not find anything. Okay, girl.
Well, the ring is not more important than the man.
The marriage.
The marriage is what matters.
The marriage.
Cynthia says the ring is not more important than the man. It's the marriage. I agree the marriage is important, but the ring definitely goes in the marriage. The ring signifies the circle that cannot be broken. There's something broken here. If he doesn't want to wear his ring, which signifies no brokenness in said relationship, there's something wrong here. You can tell by her body language, and I don't even know her like that, but you can tell by her body language that she feels in the back of her mind that there's something there. She doesn't quite know what it is, and she don't want to keep bringing the issue up because she don't want to cause problems and arguments between her and Charles. I think she knows deep down that there's something there, but she doesn't quite know what it is, and she don't want to keep digging because she doesn't want to upset her household or make him fly off on her or make him leave the house. You know, child, sometimes men will strike up an argument, sometimes a small issue, just so they can leave the house and go and do what they really want to do. Okay, mine don't do that. I don't play that shit. Okay, all right. But in this situation right here, you need to find out, baby, what the hell is going on and why your man don't want to hold your hand and be around you and show you no affection, okay? Especially when you're around a room full of vultures like these women here who can't keep a man. Like, that shit is wild.
You know, committed to the marriage, then the ring is just a little sign to show that he's taken.
Honestly,
but, you know,
that ring,
the ring brings
bringing. Yes, it brings.
Yeah, sometimes it does backfire.
They're like,
you
might be.
Like, oh, you can be married?
Oh, let me see if I can take them away.
That's true.
So you marriage material.
So
I'm not saying
crazy,
that's the case
but
with Charles
it
because
is true.
I'm not excusing him from wearing it.
Right.
I'm just saying right now,
it's not an issue for you.
It's not an issue for us.
So you're not excusing him not wearing his ring, but you're saying right now it's not an issue for us. But when is it going to be? When is the conversation going to take place? Because obviously something that bothers you. And if he does not respect that something's bothering you and your feelings, if Charles does not respect your feelings and what bother you in terms of things that he's doing to make you feel uncomfortable, then that shows he don't respect you, period. He does not have respect for you if he does not adhere to the things that you're bringing to his attention that you're saying bother you. If you say to your husband, baby, it kind of bothers me when you're out and about and you don't wear your ring, and he's just like, I don't like wearing no ring, and I don't want to talk about it, and then snap off on you and get his keys and walk out the door. He don't care about your feelings, and he don't respect you. I'm just saying, he just don't. So it's giving that Angela don't want that blow up. She don't want to make him mad. She don't want to have an uncomfortable situation between she and Charles. So she just deals with his bullshit. And if he don't wear his ring, then he just don't. If she call him and he don't answer the phone, then he just don't answer the phone. And she might bring it up, but when she see that things are getting a little tense and he got to snap off on her ass, she drop it for the sake of having peace. And that's only snowballing a situation that is a situation into a bigger situation. Because if you don't address it, then it's like giving a person an inch and they take a mile. And then he's going to start training himself to know how to deal with you when he fuck up and do things that he know that you don't like. And you start to address those with him. And then if you mention it, then he know how to blow up on you to shut you down so that you don't correct him. Okay, period. Girl, you bet. Yeah, people just like that. You train a person how to treat you, period. You train a person how to treat you. And that's just what it is. Child, bye. And I know a lot of people think it's just a ring. If you don't want, yeah. But it's what the ring signifies, is that you're married. And if you out and about and people are saying, and you done been married to this man over 10 years, and the people say, I didn't even know he was married. There's a reason. You walking around and you moving like you single. Yeah, that's a problem. That's absolutely a problem. All right, so let's get into Aubrey O'Day. All right. Child. Lord. Y'all remember her from Making the Band, child. All right. Y'all remember her from making the band. All right. These are her girls down here. I love them, honey. Danny the Kane. But Aubrey all day speaks on being fired by Diddy. Now, she's been speaking out for years and years and years and years and years. I feel like he tried to get her into some FOs. Now, I've been following this story. Y'all know anything about Diddy, you can't really tell me too much more about Diddy. But in this situation with Aubrey all day, Diddy, if you guys watch Making the Band, if you guys noticed the tension between Diddy and Aubrey, it was because Diddy wanted to tried to make several passes at Aubrey, at which she has already brought to light on that. He tried to make several passes at her. He was attracted to her, but she would not give him the time of day. She would not conform to what he wanted her to conform to. Aubrey was the only one out of the girls of Danny Kane that snapped back at Diddy. Let him know, yeah, okay, well, this is who I am. You don't like it, then okay. Like she was more vocal in the group, and the other girls would be scared, like looking at her like, Aubrey, oh my God, you talking to Diddy like that? She was like, yeah. Okay, so let's get into what she had to say, because she said, hey, she speaks on being fired by him. And I think he fired her and got rid of her because, one, I think he wanted her to do FOs and she refused and he couldn't make her do it. Because I told you guys, Gene Deal came forward to say in an interview that Diddy told him that he was going to drug those girls and make them do maybe like FOs. Okay, Gene Deal was around during the time that the girls were in Danny Kane. He says that Diddy told him that he was going to drug the girls up of Danny Kane and make them do sexual stuff. So he was going to Cassie the girls of Danny Kane. And Gene Deal said, nigga, no, says that you got daughters. That's somebody's daughters. Why would you even think of doing that? So let's get into this, because Aubrey been.
What happened to Danny Kane? Why did the band break up?
Diddy fired me on the sixth, I think it was the 6th season. At the very end, he fired me.
Why?
Not for the reasons he said on TV.
What did he say on TV?
On TV, it was like, to sum it up quickly, was like, you're wilding out. I was hanging out with Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. We were best friends. He thought I was like, he basically like told me I was going in a hoe direction and I needed to like cut ties with everybody.
So that was the public facing commentary as to why
wild hoe, rebellious, you'll never work again was kind of like the last few interpretations of me. What the truth was is what you can imagine. I don't know legally what I can say or can't. It's everything you could imagine why somebody would want to fire somebody.
Can you give us a little bit?
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
Mm-hmm. And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions.
Y'all hear that?
Wow. when you look back on that, how does that make you feel?
You know, I have such a love-hate with it all because I don't think I would have been able to be so successful in so many other areas had I not been trained under Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
He was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind games, like just all the girls were so divided, and the men and the people running it had their hands in it, moving everything. There was a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of lies. There was a lot of, you know, when you're young and impressionable and we understand our beauty as women through the eyes of the people observing us. Well, who's observing us? Men. So we learn our beauty through a man's eye, which is very subjective. So it's difficult when you're that young to understand your worth as a woman through the men that I was around. Mm-hmm. And that was very traumatic. I don't think any of us have healed from that. Diddy would be like, you're not hot anymore. Like, what happened? You don't have anything, like, you don't have any curves. You're looking like you're not looking like, I can't get people to think that you're my good looking person. And there was no Me Too at that time. There was no protecting anyone at that time. You signed a million NDAs and a million contracts that took away all your rights. So you really were operating in an environment that you had no control in.
What happened to Danity Kane? Why did the band break up?
Diddy fired me on the 6th, I think it was.
Y'all hear that? So Aubrey said, hey, we were in the group, and Diddy picked her out of all the girls in the group to come for her. And he couldn't do that with the other girls. Shannon was married when Shannon came in the group. For those of you who didn't know, okay, Andrea had a boyfriend, and she had some other things going on as well. All right. D Woods was too headstrong. All right. D Woods already had some other things going on prior to getting in the group. Don, I think that he picked Don out of the group because he felt that Don was a little bit more talented. And I feel like he knew that he could get in her head, and then she was a little more hungry for what the girls were giving and for fame. She was more hungry, and she was talented as well. She's very talented. All right. Her writing abilities, her vocal abilities, she could dance, she could sing, dance, like choreography, all that. She had it to be a star. She didn't have so much to look back then. Now, y'all know she's had work since then, but Don pretty much was the breakout star of the group. Y'all know she went on to be in Dirty Money with Diddy and Kalina. But in this particular situation, and what's going on here with Aubrey, he picked Aubrey out of the group because he wanted Aubrey. He was attracted to Aubrey. For those of you who didn't know, there's another interview, I have to pull it, where she talks about how Diddy would be flirting with her, making he would make little inappropriate gestures or whatever to her, and she would shoot him down. She would turn him down. She wasn't interested. He just kept trying. And so his frustration, because she wouldn't take the bait and flirt back with him or allow him to come on to her like he wanted to, he would fuss at her on camera to make it seem like she was problematic, kind of like how he did Q from Day 26, if you will. Y'all remember we showed you guys what was going on with Q, the interview with Day 26, where they sat up on that interview and they cried like baby. They were all crying because of what happened to Q. Q says he was given a horse tranquilizer and was taken advantage of to where someone actually assaulted him at Diddy's mansion. Okay. Now they were trying, I feel like Diddy was trying to do the same thing to Aubrey, but Aubrey was around the right people who was protecting her. Okay. She got around the Kardashians, which knew Diddy, who probably told her, hey, you better look out for him because Diddy get you in some shit. So she was starting to connect with other people in Hollywood who knew Diddy, that could put things in her ears and say, hey, girl, watch out. Don't do it. Go in there and sing your la 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 and get your ass out of there. Don't be up in there fooling with Diddy like that, because your ass going to be in some FOs, because Diddy been doing FOs. And he verbalized it to Gene Deal when he said, I ain't going to do nothing but drug these girls up and get them effed. That's what Gene Deal said. All right. Shout out Gene Deal for that. So I take my hat off to Aubrey for being vocal about the things that she went through. She's speaking about it. She at one point was going to testify in the trial, and she still may, because they still have some weeks to go of things that she went through. But she's been very transparent. If you listen to what she says here, she says she was fired from Danity Kane, and Diddy disbanded the group. Great group. Those girls had nothing but #1 singles. So why disband a group so great? one of the greatest girl groups ever that ever came through Bad Boy. Why do that? Because he couldn't have Aubrey, because he couldn't FO Aubrey out, because Aubrey wouldn't show his attention. So he took his frustration out on everybody in the group. D Wood says she cried like a baby, because how do you go from taking me to such a high of making #1 hits, being on stage where the entire world loved me, adored me, being in this group that was going somewhere, to because you couldn't have what you wanted to have your way with us, then, you know. He also was picking at D Woods and how she looked. D Woods is cornbread fed. So coming into a group with little tiny girls who were size 4, size 6, she was not going to ever get her weight down to be what they wanted, or what Diddy wanted her to be. If y'all watch Making the Band, he stayed talking about D Woods, saying how thick she was, how unattractive she was, how, you know, this. When you brought her in, I mean, Andrea was a thickums. This Andrea right here. Andrea was a little thickums. Okay, she was more so shaped like a black girl, like D Woods, but he stayed chopping at their insecurities, which was maybe their weight, or embarrassing them on camera in order to get whatever he wanted. But he wanted Aubrey. He wanted Aubrey, and Aubrey would not conform to what he wanted. And he ultimately destroyed the group because of that. Okay, so Diddy was doing team too much. But as you guys heard her say, that she was fired from the group because pretty much she wouldn't do some things that Diddy wanted her to do that was not work related. Okay. So there you heard it right here. He was trying to find the next Cassie in Aubrey, and she said, hell no. All right, so let's get off that. All right. I got one more. Let me upload this one, and it's not gonna take long. I got an update on Krishan. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Let's get that up. All right. So Blueface's dad is speaking up. Now, y'all know a few weeks back, I told you guys that Blueface asked for Krishan to get out of his house, and he was asking that her name be taken off his business. He's done with her. He said that he was going to focus on rebuilding his relationship and his love for his mother and his baby mama, his other baby mama. But Blueface's father, Jonathan Sr., says that he gave Krishan 60 days, gave her a 60-day notice to remove her belongings from Blueface's property, and she has refused to do so. Y'all know Blueface is set to get out on next month. All right, so I guess Krishan felt like she was just going to keep her stuff there and try to rekindle whatever she was going to rekindle with Blueface when he got out. After he's already asked her to get out and get her stuff out as well, she refused to do so. Krishan's daddy said she had 60-day notice to do it. So he has now went and put her stuff in a storage. All of her belongings. He took all of her stuff out of Blueface house and have now put it in a storage bin. Okay, let's get into what was said here. It says that please respect the owner's property and the tenant. Thank you. So this is what it says. Let's go. Hold up. Why is it not playing? Hold on.
Good evening, y'all. I'm so sorry this is happening, but we've tried contacting the individual for the past 60 days. No response, no feedback regarding your personal belongings. So we had no choice but to respectfully pack it up and move it to a storage facility. We will be mailing you the storage facility information to your last known address. So with that being said, you have no reason to enter the property that you no longer reside at. Please respect the property. I'm so sorry, y'all. Until next time.
There go the stuff. She left quite a bit of stuff there. If you guys saw the last video that we showed when Blueface initially put the word out to his dad to tell Krishan to get her stuff out, pictures, clothes, electronics, you name it, was still there. Beds, all that stuff for the baby. Whatever happened between the two of them, Blueface don't want nothing to do with Krishan. So he told her, respectfully, get your stuff out of my house. You got a certain amount of time to do it. She ignored it. This comes at the worst time. Y'all know just what, a day and a half ago, she just got off of probation early. So I hope this don't trigger her to become violent and come up over there wanting to be fighting about her stuff when they asked her to get it out in the first damn place and she refused. I mean, they probably gonna charge you storage fees for it being there for 60 days because you can't leave your stuff nowhere for free. I'm just saying. So he asked you to move your stuff, you refused, and now they've had to resort to taking your property, put it into a storage room. He says he's going to mail you where your stuff is so that you can deal with it on that end. But I just know, y'all know how Krishan move, honey. When she get mad, she put on them damn rings and get to swinging and knocking teeth out and shit like that because she's violent about her stuff. Okay, yeah. So Blueface's father, as you guys can see, he's gone and taken Krishan's stuff out of Blueface's house and put all of her stuff into a storage and told her not to come back to the property. So I just know that this shit is getting ready to go left. I'm gonna keep my ears and eyes open for this, but let's play it one more again. One more again.
Good evening, y'all. I'm so sorry this is happening, but we've tried contacting the individual for the past 60 days, no response, no feedback regarding your personal belongings. So we had no choice but to respectfully pack it up and move it to a storage facility. We will be mailing you the storage facility information to your last known address. So with that being said, you have no reason to enter the property that you no longer reside at. Please respect the property. I'm so sorry, y'all. Until next time.
Okay, so now if she goes over there showing up at the property acting a fool, she's probably gonna get arrested for trespassing now at this point because he's already made a video now letting her know you're not welcome back on the property anymore. This is where your stuff is. We're sending this to you. We gave you a chance. 60 days is more than enough time to remove your belongings from somebody's property when they ask you to. Hopefully, now if she want to be on the petty side, because really this could be seen as an illegal eviction, even though he asked her and gave her 60 days to move it. Sometimes you have to go through the courts in order to evict somebody if their stuff is there. Okay, especially if she's getting mail there. That's the new thing. If a person is getting mail at your residence, that's why you got to be careful allowing a person to move into your property. If they get one piece of mail at your property, you can't just tell them to get the fuck out. You know why? Because then they're a resident. They are then a resident at your, and even though it's your house, even if it's your house and you allow them to move there and they get mail at your house, you can't tell that person just to get out. It's called an illegal eviction, and they can turn around and sue you for kicking them out of your house. Did y'all know that? They can do that. So if she want to be on the petty, she can say, hey, there was an illegal eviction. I'm suing for X amount of money. Blue, you gonna pay me, or Blue's daddy, whoever she go after. Okay, yeah. So she was getting mail at that property. She can go through the courts and sue for an illegal eviction, even though they told her 60 days. You got 60 days to get your stuff out of here, and you refuse to do so. I don't know what she's gonna do after this. But what I do know is this shit's getting ready to get messy, and Blue is about to get out next month. So if she take her ass up over there acting crazy, you might be in some more trouble. I really wish that she would just let this shit go and just focus on her baby and his needs. He's got a lot of medical needs that he definitely needs to have attention to. But I don't know why she can't let Blue go. I don't know what it is, child. That it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's made it very much so known that he don't want to fool with her no more, especially after she went public with this guy who she said was her new boyfriend. When he got back to him, that's when he asked her to get the stuff out of his house. So now that she's broken up with this guy and she's back to saying she wants to be back with Blue, he don't want nothing to do with her. So he is sticking with his stance of, hey, get your stuff out of my house. And you've not done that, Krishan. So now your shit been thrown out. So I don't know how this is going to land. It sounds like it's going to be a legal matter now. If that's what she chooses to do. I don't know. We'll keep our ears to this child because this is a mess. The two of them, they stay in some mess. They are toxic as hell is what I do know. All right. But let's get out of here and let's go, child. All right. Love you guys for coming over. Y'all can put in the chat what y'all think. That I'm telling you, if y'all let somebody come and stay with you, that's why I'm like, people come to my house, child. You can come one day, you know, if you're in town, I might let you stay a day or two, but that living with me shit, hell, fuck no, because I ain't got time to be going and spending my good money to go to the courts and filing no junction to get somebody up and evicting nobody up out of my house. Okay, you give them a key and they go and get some mail in your house. You can't just tell them get out. You just can't. You just can't do it. Been there, done that. I'm telling you. Been there, done that. A person moving your house and they get some mail, they are a tenant. And you just got to go through the courts to get them out. And that takes time. And if y'all made an agreement that they're going to pay rent and they don't do it, they can stay there and you can't do shit about it. Rent free. And you cannot throw them out because then it's then a legal matter. So know what you're doing when you allow a person to come into your home. And if you throw that stuff out, if you just throw this stuff out, then that's called an illegal eviction and you can be sued. All right. So just know that y'all got to know how to move out here, baby. All right, I know how to move. So let's get out of here. Love you guys down because I gotta go. Thank you, Bill Wilson, KBR Tyra. Thank you, Scorpion Miss. Thank you, Rose Armstead. Thank you, Truth TV Podcast. All right. Again, congratulations to all of the graduates. All right. Congratulations to all the graduates. That's a huge thing. All right. Keep going, keep pressing, keep moving. Thank you to all the content creators. I see you, Sunny Days. Who else did I see? I see Purple Unicorn in the building. Thank you, Purple Unicorn. Again, True TV Podcast. Thank you, Miss Hills, ATL, Boss Lady, Bring Girlfriend Chronicles. Love seeing her. Do I have any more? Maj, y'all can let me know before we get out of here because I always like to give you guys a shout out for coming over. She said replay gang. Yes, replay. Tell a friend too to come on over here and replay and also hit that subscribe button and like button as well. Okay. Thank y'all for being here. I will be popping in later on for another pop in or for a pop in rather. Okay. So you guys, please keep your notifications on if you're not getting them. If you're not getting your notifications, please go back and resubscribe because YouTube is glitching at this moment. All right, they are unsubscribing people, so resubscribe and hit that notification bell. I have no control over that. That is all YouTube. All right, so I'll keep reiterating that that's what's going on so that you guys can do that and don't miss a show or a post from my channel. Okay, if nothing else, honey, let's go. Love you guys down.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by